volume 12 of One Piece. We got a little callback to the cover with all the Straw Hats jumping out onto the frame. How do you like that? Do you like the callback?
Yeah, I like the callbacks for sure. For sure. Reminds you of where we've been and where we're gonna go, you know? We've always been
Yeah.
on the same path. Apparently it's at the bottom of the ocean, right? Or not anymore. In the description of the video, which Sai will explain in a second, it said that they reeled it back up after
Oh, I didn't know
the events
that.
of the video. Oh, spoilers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so what happened, you guys, is that Oda and his team, for promotion, since they just sold like 600 million copies of One Piece altogether, they dropped the One Piece, like the actual answer and the treasure, etc., into the ocean, and then I guess they reeled it back up, you said? I'm assuming that's so that people
Yeah.
don't go into the ocean and just die. While me and Par, and all of us watching this video would not go to the ocean and look for it, you gotta admit, there's some guy out there who's just like, you know what, I'm gonna risk it all to find the One Piece. That's my claim to fame, my Mr. Beast video. And then they'd probably just die. So that makes sense if they just reeled it up.
It was funny because the reason why my chat told me was because I was laughing when I first saw this or heard this. It was actually my brother who doesn't do anime or anything, but he knows that I do One Piece, and he saw it in the local newspaper, and so he's just like, "What?" And he sent it to me. This is crazy. And then I looked through it. And I was like, "What is this? This is like I'm not even seeing it on like CBR. I'm like seeing it on some real like where I see my local news." And the first thing I thought of was I wouldn't be surprised if people were like, "Oh my God, Oda's littering in the ocean. What a terrible human being." And then just like try to cancel him for I don't know, doing something like that. And then my chat told me, it's like in the video, they actually addressed that. They said the video was filmed under the supervision of researchers of Japan Agency for Marine Earth Science and Technology, JAMSTEC, and the Cross Ministerial Strategic Innovation Promotion Program, SIP, Phase 3 to plan and conduct instrumental deployment, retrieval, and filming with due consideration for environmental protection, including potential impacts on the marine ecosystem. This project has been conducted with the intent of recovering all items placed on the seafloor. So, yeah. If they didn't show it touching the seafloor, then they could have left it there, I think, according to what this said. That would be the loophole, but I think that's a little silly.
Or they could just pick it up later. Like, so they don't directly say that they picked up the One Piece right after. It's kind of just like assumed.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I don't know if in the video
so
they
this is kind of like a
something
theory
in Japanese. Well, this is what they said in the video. Like, this is the description of the video that
yeah, but they don't say that they have to pick it up right away. They just said they intend to, pick up everything off the seafloor, which kind of goes back to like the video, because in the video they say that when the One Piece is revealed, they're gonna also dig this up. So it's still out there, in my opinion.
That's what I like to think.
Yeah,
but also you saw that like within like a single day, people
do want to like go find it.
No, they like some people like cross-coordinated the ship and the place in the ocean, and they located like the bay. It's like Suruga Bay or something like that. And like multiple people confirmed, like multiple people use different routes to get the same answer. So they're pretty confident on that. And then I think like Speed and I think it was Speed. I show Speed. He was just like, I'm gonna have a treasure hunt stream or something like that. But like you said, like it is a risky thing. Like, you know what I mean? You have some like silly, impressionable kid who's just like,
Speed
I'm gonna
doing
go
it. I think is fair because he has the money to actually like get a team to do it. But anybody else, probably
I would trust Speed over the guy who did the Titan sub. I would trust Speed over.
Well, yeah, because the guy who did the Titan sub is just dead, but. So we don't know for sure. That's a better way to put it, if it's there or not. I think it's still there then, because given what they said in the video, it sounds like they're just gonna dig it up later. And if you fit it with the description that you just described, there's room for them to just dig it up later, because they said they're gonna retrieve all things from the seafloor. So
unless they're like like, because the thing is, in the video, there's not like, you can't see like coral reefs or even like habitation for marine life. I'm not saying that wouldn't affect it, But I'm just like, in my head, the first reaction was like, oh my God, there's gonna be some person, some PETA ass like environmental warrior who's like, oh my God, Oda's killing all the
We
whales.
just
And it's
ignore that
like,
person.
yeah, but
When
they're
somebody says
not,
something like that, it's like, you just ignore them, dude. Like, that's somebody who needs to be locked up in the loony bin. Are we really taking their opinion seriously?
Yeah, and I think was it I saw like, I mean, obviously this went super viral worldwide, like it was my local newspaper before I saw it, like, and I think I was on the computer, I just wasn't like, scrolling, but I saw Ludwig. I think he was like, it is kind of crazy, like the glaze for a guy to write one thing, like one sentence on a page, and then sink it in the ocean, and for it to go viral. Because that's like you can't, even if a world leader did that, unless there's a few select, like if Barack Obama did the alien thing, how the alien thing went viral, and he's like, oh, I wrote it, that would probably, people would be like, okay, let me go see what the ex-president of the United States said. But for Oda to just like write probably something that has no bearing, like realistically, he probably didn't do anything that crazy on that page. It was just something is, yo, it would be sick, Oda. Let's sync it. He's like, fine. And then he just, did an aura farming writing video with some B-roll, and then they put it in the thing. They probably used the One Piece live action production value there, and a little bit leftover budget, and they did that. And I don't know, I feel like there's nothing really of substance, even if it would be crazy if it was like the actual just last chapter of One Piece and Oda just like held
It
on
looked
to it.
really small. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
that
And he
chest could
ripped
feel like
off
the palm of your hands.
Yeah, yeah, and he ripped up like half of a page to write like what the One Piece is. But in the video it said like what the clue is or something like that. So it might not even be like, it might be someone's theories already got it, right? Do you think that? Do you think that
Oh,
someone out
yeah.
there, yeah, has the theory and their theory is in that chest, or was,
I think
could be.
so. I mean, the thing is that the One Piece apparently has never changed since day one.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to believe Oda when he says that, or if you don't want to believe him, that's fine. But apparently, it just has never changed. What Oda thought up of on day one, it's carried all throughout the series. And I think that really does just kind of like minimalize the scope in a way. Because like current day, we have Emu, we have the Gorosei, we got like warlords. Like there's so much lore we have in front of us right now. And there is a chance that all of this lore, while it does matter and leads to the One Piece, Oda could come up with the answer of what the One Piece was before all of this big lore. So it's like, yeah, like it's probably very simple. And then he could just add like more lore to it later. Or like he could just build around it. So it's like, I don't know. Like it really could just be something as simple as like alcohol or panties or like whatever other popular theories are out there. Like Dax, I think, believes it's like the afro. Like it really could just be like something very just small. But of course, the lore behind it and the lore that leads up to it is big. And that's like things that Oda can just build up on along the way. So I don't know. When it comes to the One Piece, it's like, I'm always curious. It's like, will that be the biggest reveal in the series even?
Oh, that's an interesting.
Like,
I feel like,
I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like it will be, mainly because like it's kind of one of those things, whichever option you go for, it's kind of a big reveal in it of itself. And I feel like it's kind of like Vegapunk's message, where that one piece of information makes so many other things make sense,
Yeah.
right? Like I feel like that's why it'll be like a revelation of sorts, where it's like, oh, that's like, how sometimes there's a bunch of questionable things that happen, and then we're reading, and then Oda gives us a reveal, and we're like, oh, that's why X, Y, and Z was like that. We were wondering why Oda did something so silly. It's because of that. And it's like, I feel like it's gonna be on that level. But there is like a question mark of the reveals around it, the ones that don't have as much buildup, but probably have a huge bearing on the story. Like, for example, what like if there was betrayal, right? A lot of people have an expectation of betrayal, but what form of betrayal? Betrayal is one of those things that like, some people even think Zoro kills Luffy as a form of that betrayal. Some people think Usopp or something. And it's like that the fact that it's that wide and that varied, I feel like when we get to the point where we see Joy Boy and how he lost, and those things are probably going to be like huge revelations too. But I just, not that I don't want to say I hope it's not like, but it's kind of funny where I had the video, like the Fraud Valley video, and the fraud, take the fraud essence away from it. The larger scope of that was saying that people's expectations of what we would get at God Valley, like this huge mosh pit of fighting, which kind of did happen, but when we got the juice of God Valley, we kind of skipped past most of the fighting, and the major thing was that like six-way attack. And still, that wasn't something people expected. People were like, how do we get these groups to fight against each other? No, it wasn't even that. They all ganged up to fight against Emu, which, people's expectation wasn't for. But just before that, it was like God Valley being Goon Valley, you know what I mean? And that was kind of the essence of like, if you went into God Valley, like, oh, the treasure, the all these devil fruits are important. Nope, none of them. Shocky. Boom. That's it. Like that reveal was pretty funny, pretty cool, pretty big. But depending on how you do it, it can get a little stale, I guess, is the way to say it. Because it drops like a lot of of the ante. It takes away from the stakes of it, which I don't think is gonna happen at the end. But we are going in a direction where like women, time and time again, like was it Shinobu's like, oh, mature women are the deadliest weapon or something like that. And then in the Herald flashback, that was said again, like the women were the prizes and the idols, and it shook the world when Shaki was captured. The economics of the world dropped by 20% or something like that. It's like crazy because Oda did put that much weight on a single person. It just wasn't the person. It wasn't Rox. It wasn't Roger. It was Shaki, which is crazy. And I wonder what Oda's gonna do with like remixing things like that, because we know Oda likes to remix some of his previous ideas into new ones, so be cool. I hope it's gonna be.
Yeah,
I pray.
TLDR, which we kind of just hope that the One Piece is gonna be like a grand reveal. I feel like regardless, a lot of people are gonna love it just because that's the culmination of this like 30-year journey at this point. So I think that in and of itself will carry the One Piece. But outside of that, like once that all passes, like I wonder if we'll look back at it and be like, okay, that was worth the reveal. Like that was worth starting it from day one. And I think that's really tough. Mm-hmm. Like I right now cannot imagine the One Piece blowing my socks off. I hope I'm wrong. But it's just like, okay, like what is this really gonna be? Like, is it actually gonna be like a photo of a woman, which I think would be hilarious. Maybe I would like that. I feel like out of everything, a photo of just a random woman would be hilarious because it reminds me of Resident Evil, which I just got finished playing, where it's like a long-running Easter egg meme that Wesker, like one of the most badass villains of all time, the one thing he locks behind his desk is a picture of a girl in like a basketball outfit flexing. And it's like, maybe, it could literally just be something like that.
We did joke about that.
We joked about it with Lily, right? Just like the One Piece is a picture of Lily.
Yeah, because Emu only has the top half.
Yeah.
And Joy Boy might have the bottom.
Dude, if the thing is, I think that'd be hilarious. Like, I would actually laugh at that one. But you gotta imagine, like, no matter what the One Piece is, it's gonna get a very positive reaction and a very negative one.
Oh yeah.
So I don't know, man. For sure. It's coming, man. It's around the corner. We're getting close to Laugh Tale. All we need to do, we meet the man marked by flames, and then we go to Laugh Tale. Like, it is that simple. And Oda said that it's coming up in the, the Jump Festa message. So any minute now, we're going to meet Barbell.
Yeah, and speaking of the ending, Oda also said, which we've been waiting for, is the eye patch pirate who makes an appearance in this color spread. Or cover spread. The skull at the bottom left with that eye patch. So
It's gonna be Joy Boy, dude. It's so gonna be Joy Boy. The thing is, again, whenever Oda says something, we have to take into context when he said it. He said we'd meet the Eye Patch Pirate, and we know it's like the end of the series, like, you know, it's coming up. It's like we haven't met him yet. He said that very early on. It's probably just Joy Boy. It's got to be that simple. It's either Joy Boy or like, I was gonna say Emu, but Emu has 2 eyes.
Yeah, we find out that Emu has 3 eyes, but the eye patch is on the 3rd eye.
That would be just so nasty. I hate that.
Yeah, that would just be a bandana.
I hate 3-eyed people, man. I was rewatching Whole Cake and just seeing Pudding's 3rd eye. Sanji's a better man than me.
Damn.
I would get used to it, but my first like, whoa. You know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't be like Sanji, where I'm like, wow, that's beautiful. I'd be like, whoa, holy shit. Okay, it's cool. Just give me a second.
Dude, you know what I mean? You'd have been cooked.
I would have been cooked.
Curry, bro.
Yeah, I would have died. Like, I don't think it's like necessarily bad. I just, you know, it's one of those things you got to just get used to. Like give me like a day, 2 days, 3 days.
I feel like if the eye moves separately, then I would have like a reaction. Like if I saw it and then the eye did like a whoosh, like one of those.
It does, yeah. It moves by itself.
Okay, it moves by itself, but like nastily. Like
yeah. Well, you remind me of like a book I read. It's like, oh, the pendulum sways oddly. It's like, what the fuck does that mean? How does it sway oddly? It's just back and forth. Yeah, I remember I read that line. I forgot what book it was, and I was just like, what are you cooking? You're not.
Yeah, I would have been. You know what I would have been like? I would have been like, oh, it's not that bad, and like actively cover with my hand, you know, and like have it be like a part of like, you know, just like loving feeling, just, oh yeah, you're beautiful, and hold the eye closed.
Yeah, or you can do one of those techniques where you're like having sex. You just like cover her forehead, choke her in the throat or something.
Yeah.
But you know, it's normal in most people, but it's also to like cover the eye that time. It's like, well,
yeah, I think it's called the chakra closer in yoga.
Yeah, the chakra closer. Is that a technique you teach all your clients?
Yeah. The Vikram yoga.
Course.
Yep.
Yeah,
exactly.
Good one. Oh, TCB doesn't have it. Nasty. Bad what? TCB. Wow. I can't believe it.
What don't they have?
They're missing the live action One Piece volume cover 12.
Wait, the volume cover.
Yeah, so
TCB has it.
No, TCB has it, but not Viz. Sorry,
Viz.
I switched it up. Sorry, I'm attacking the wrong person. Yeah, in TCB they have like Luffy and the gang recreating the volume cover, and it looks very unnatural. I will admit, my first time reading the chapter, I busted up laughing just seeing Anaki. Yeah, behind par. Just seeing Anaki Godoy just jumping out. I was like, I couldn't hold back. I was at home. I was giggling to myself. I was like, what is this?
The reason why I laughed is the foot. The foot is so funny to me because I didn't even realize it's like a complete overlay. Because so you see Luffy's foot right behind it, but like Anaki's foot, it kind of looks like they photoshopped the shoe onto his foot. And then I was thinking, did they just get like a close up of his feet like that? Like, and then they put the shoe on top? Like, what's happening there?
Yeah.
The shoe does not look like it goes on his foot. But, you know, and then it's right in your face too, so I couldn't really ignore it. But yeah, the rest it's you know,
it's a faithful recreation.
Yeah.
Almost too faithful, one would argue.
I mean, it's also none of them are together in this picture, right? Like it's like
it's all like individual.
Yeah. So it's kind of funny in that light too. But
it's so strange, you know. I guess it's not like this is obvious, but you know what works in anime just sometimes just does not translate well to real life.
Yeah, I think Emily's looks good. Mckenyu.
No, I think they all look good individually. It's just like when you put the picture together, it feels odd. Like none of them look bad. It's just like, you know, all together where you know it's not shot in the same room. It's like, huh, interesting.
Yeah, I think Sanji's is the hardest. It looks because like they moved where Emily was to where like Sanji is. So Sanji has like this SpongeBob looking walk like Luffy.
Oh, is he walking?
Yeah, in the original,
he was sitting down.
No, yeah, but in the live action version, his torso is like back, but his legs are still the same. So it's kind of funny. But they gave Emily Rudd like the classic Nami pose with the one leg up thing.
Yeah,
and the arm out. So
and then it looks like Zoro looks like he's staring at Anaki's cock.
Yeah. Well, in the original, his eyes do kind of look downwards at Luffy thing, and then in this one, yeah, it straight up looks like he's looking through his knee gap and right at his crotch.
Yeah, it's like why, like and like I said, in the volume cover, nobody's thinking like me and Par. We all look at it, we're like, oh, cool, move on. But like when you really analyze it's easier to analyze real people, and it's like, wait, what is this?
Yo, did they give him real meat or is that imitation meat?
I think it's imitation meat.
Okay, because I'm like, damn, how did they that looks crazy to me.
How does it still look so juicy?
Yeah, and he's just waving it around like that. Damn, looks yummy though.
Yeah, it's like something you find at a Renaissance fair.
Yeah, they should have just gave him the like from the Bragsman gym. They should have just got like one of the barbells from there, right? Because the barbells are meat shaped, right? Aren't they?
Why would you do that?
I don't know, because
Anaki Godoy is posing for a photo, not hitting the weights right now. Why would you replace it with like a weight?
Well, because it looks exactly like the meat, the barbell that they have at the
they might look the same, but the functionality is very different. This is supposed to be a prop, whereas the barbell he's supposed to work out. Why would he do that?
Well, okay,
switch it.
Well, it depends if it's a prop. If it's real meat, then they should have got the Bragman Gym one. But if it's not real meat, size.
Okay, the prop would also still just weigh less in general versus like 10, 20 pounds.
I'm not saying to get a 20-pounder, bro. I mean, 20 pounds is still fine to lift above your head like that, you know?
Yeah, but like
Naki's also look at his arms, bro.
This?
You see, he has gains. Look at him. He's
You're such a funny guy, Par. When I think of Anaki Godoy, I'm gonna be honest, I don't think of Luffy. I think of I forgot the show. It's on Netflix where Anaki Godoy turns into a werewolf.
Oh, the one he did like something before?
Yeah, it was like before One Piece. He turned into a werewolf. So whenever I look at his face, I'm just like imagining hair just sprouting from like every orifice of his body, just like, and just screaming at the top of his lungs.
I just like that whenever he does like I feel like sports games, like he'll show up there, and I don't know, with other people like Tom Holland, right? Like when Tom Holland like spoils stuff, like I already know that stuff is all like scripted. After the first one, it's like, oh, this gets mad hype. We're gonna do more like spoilers, but it's fine because they leak so many things anyways, right? For Inaki, when he does stuff and he acts like Luffy, I'm like, is that scripted or is he really like that? And I feel like he is really like that, but it's hard for me to like get out of my the Hollywood just scripts everything. And I'm just like, yeah, they told him to go to the show. And then at like 5 minutes in, just like do some Luffy, like grab your mouth, do some crazy mouth thing. And then he does it. Like, but I just want to know if he does that normally, like on his own. Because I do know people who are like that, but I don't know if they would be like that if they were like,
I think he's Hollywood just like that.
Famous. Yeah,
some people are just really bubbly. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, no, I like that. I just want to know if it's really bubbly because, it feels good. It feels good to know that Naki is like having fun.
Dude, imagine it's the exact opposite though. Like he's bubbly on camera, it turns off. Oda's like, hey, Anaki, good work. And Anaki pushes him to the side. Get away, old man. Japanese scum. Get away. He's exactly like Killingham. He's like, ugh, I do not want to breathe the same air as this mangaka.
Yeah, he smells like a mangaka too.
You know how crazy of a switch up that would be with like a personality for Anaki? I don't know, man.
Hey, I mean, Oda does invite Mckenyu, but I've never heard him invite Inaki over for TCG.
That is true.
No, I'm
yeah.
joking.
Mckenyu and Oda, they hang out, but Inaki and Oda don't. Like, is there something with this? Is this another Par theory?
No,
man.
Cook,
what's happening, Par? Tell us.
No, it's funny because like actual people who follow like live, like not live action, but like Hollywood stuff, and they make up drama like this all the time. Like, oh my god, these actors and actresses haven't been in the same room for 3 months. It's like, yeah, both of them have families.
Hate each other.
Yeah. They
haven't talked in 24 hours, guys. I think it's over.
Yeah, the movie's scrapped, and it's like, no, what are you talking about? Yeah, that's mad funny though. We're gonna see the next Oda note. Hey, I just invited Inaki over late TCG. Oh god.
That's yeah, man. I gotta like move past this cover. I just keep on looking at Inaki. He's like staring a hole in my soul.
My second friend. I have to scroll high enough so the shoe just is not in my face. Something about having a shoe, the bottom of your a shoe in your face like that is disrespectful. I feel like it's like I'm not trying to see that, bro.
Yeah, because the tread is
even Luffy's.
Good.
Yeah. You know what? That's true. Luffy's sandals like way more innocent.
Yeah, it's like way more innocent, very clean. I mean, the thing is that even in volume 12, like we don't see like the full bottom of the shoe. It's like angled to where like it's facing towards us. It's more pointed down, leveled out.
Yeah.
Anak is like actually stepping on us. Is this a hint about his celestial dragon nature?
Yeah, maybe, and just don't tread on me. But the I'm surprised we didn't get like because they had to remove the logo, right? Like it's not like they found like random no branded Payless shoes. Do you see the square where the branding is, and they photoshopped it out.
Oh yeah. I mean, okay, with how much money we're sinking into the OPLA, just you don't think they could just make their own shoes?
That's true. That's probably a thing. You know, not homemade shoes, but like handmade shoes. Homemade shoes is different. Handmade shoes, they're like, I saw some shorts about that, and these guys, they're going in. I was like, damn, it's not even that much more expensive for these shoes. They look high quality. They're like, oh yeah, repairing your shoes is better than buying new shoes. And I'm like, maybe I'll buy one, maybe, just to see what the hype's all about. But
yeah. Just to get with the times.
The Luffy times.
So, we start off this chapter with Frankie, a character that we've been waiting for I'd say the past like 4 years to actually show up. It's been a while. We haven't seen him since Wano. So, good to see him that, he made it here to Elbaf, officially. And he witnesses Thunderheim, Loki's attack from last chapter. And we also see Lilith and Bonnie are still with him. Still funny. Last we saw, he was with Ripley talking about how they want to save the kids. I do not know what happened from point A to point B, but here we are.
No, I was going to say Stephen Paul's translation cleans up this panel a little bit in terms of how it's understood. That was the box Vegapunk was in, right? And then Lilith goes, I'm glad I left it right here by the school. Meaning, like, it wasn't that I unloaded it at the school. Which, yeah, because you were like, did he dump Vegapunk's body there? But yeah, they're by the school. She left it there, which, not too certain if that's fortunate or not, but I guess it just dodged all the fire and the flames perfectly.
Yeah.
Lilith is so smart that she knew where the fires would spawn.
Isn't that crazy? Like, instead of putting it in the school or in the library, which makes sense, she just left it outside. She just planted it on the ground and just said, hey, peace out.
Yeah, I can't question the smartest character in the series,
Yeah, they're seeing things that we can only hope to see one day.
Yeah.
They're seeing into the future. So Lilith pulls out the Omni drain converters, and she essentially just ignores Frankie for the most part. He's like, hey, Vegapunk's in that box, and she's just going on a whole spiel over here, acting like a real Vegapunk. And she says that there's energy all around us. And then she asks Franky if he has ever tried to run off a more potent energy than just cola, which, is a big thing. It's funny, during the entire time skip, Franky never tried to upgrade. He downgraded during the time skip, never upgraded. And I just got done watching a filler episode in One Piece. I forgot this is a thing, where Luffy fought the Carbonation Gang. And they ran off of nothing but soda. And it's like, huh?
Wow.
Like they were, yeah. And Franky never really fought those guys because, Franky was just lost in the Thousand Sunny. And it's like, damn, dude. Like carbonation. Maybe Oda loves this carbonation gimmick, man.
That's so funny because I was memeing about like Franky's been running off of bubbles, and maybe Oda's gonna do something with that. Something that makes more bubbles, more power, I guess. But it is interesting also considering one of the things that Franky was like super glazing Vegapunk for was the green blood. And like you said, like he had the blueprints or the pre-blueprints. There's so many things in Vegapunk's lab that we saw that General Franky, the giant, so many different things that Franky started at, and then we saw Vegapunk's like where he was at, and then we see the Ancient Kingdom. Green blood is the one thing that's kind of lost in between, and so many people had come up with the theory of like putting green blood in, or not so many people, but a lot of people like the idea of having Franky having green blood as like an augment power. And now we're getting like closer to it, sort of. Lilith is like, okay, before we get there, we got to get you running on something other than Duncan. Like, this is crazy that he's just been doing bubbles while he's like pacifista strong, which is another revelation that Lilith like that's power scaling right there. That's concrete power scaling. Franky is pacifista strong. He's just running off of like dookie water, and now he's got something better than that. I do wonder how it tastes.
I bet it tastes really good.
Yeah, probably. Which that would imply that what Franky's been using tastes really bad, though.
No. He's still using cola. They love cola.
Do you think it's just more bubbly? Like it's like, how sometimes carbonation feels like sharp, like it zaps you a little bit. Do you feel like that? Do you think that's the difference? It's just more carbonated.
I think so, because even Franky's like, hey, it looks like he's about to bust out of the bottle, so it's probably just super carbonated.
What do you think would happen if you put Mentos in it too, and then put it in Franky? That's like Nas. That's his Nas.
Yeah, it's like adding cayenne pepper to like cocaine or something.
I'm not sure what that does for cocaine.
Me neither, but it's just like that extra oomph, you know what I mean?
No, I don't know what you mean.
Could be good, could be bad. So just who knows?
So people do lines of Coke and there's cayenne in it. Wouldn't that just like fry your nose? Is that, or is crack? No, cocaine's the one you sniff. Yeah, right?
Yeah. So that cayenne pepper would go kind of crazy, right?
Dang. As I rub my nose suspiciously.
Yeah. Wow. Amazing. Scratch your neck a little bit.
Hey, get me some cayenne pepper.
Please.
Just off the side. You're crazy.
Yeah, so one thing that somebody in chat pointed out, apparently, shouts to Putrid, but the Omni Drain converters look just like, well, not just like, but they could be what's on Emmett's back, but like a larger, more ancient version of it, right? And that's not a bad idea, because we never saw what Emmett did with the thing on his back. He never once flexed it, and it could just be an Omni Drain converter. And since Emmett and Franky have so many parallels, I'm down with it.
Yeah, and it would explain like him powering up after so long. Like it might be that it needs it might, like the Omni Drain converter, like we don't know which part of it is Omni. But like an understanding of this chapter is that maybe the Omni Drain converters are kind of like the dials, and where there is a flame dial that it can absorb lightning, but it can't absorb flames though, or impacts, but it can do flames, and then it converts it, or stores it and then charges it out. The Omni Drain converters, we don't know which part's the Omni part, but it could just take in the fire and then convert that. And so it might be that Emmett also has like a specified, like maybe it's a sound dial type of thing. That's why it charged up with the drums of liberation. But like we were just talking about, everything is like a transition up. So I feel like the Ancient Kingdoms version or on Emmett's back is probably like a amped up, cracked out version that Vegapunk was trying to recreate, and that's where he got these Omni Drain converters, which makes sense because he was studying that thing into the point that he recreated the giant, just smaller version. So
yeah, I'm totally down with it. And maybe since it is an Omni Drain converter, it could do sound, it could do fire, it could do water. Like, there's nothing that it shouldn't be able to drain theoretically. Mm-hmm. And one big thing, too, is that hopefully, Frankie gets this permanently. Like, maybe he adds it into his, like, maybe he puts it on his back, just like Emmett.
Yeah.
Because there's no way we just, like, leave this in Elbaf, right?
I mean, this thing should not be. And it also, if it looks like it could function, like, as a shield. Like, it would be kind of interesting if he put it like on his arms or something. But I could see Frankie like blocking things with his back and then absorbing the energy. That'd be kind of cool. Or just running through like a fireman, and take that job away from Jinbei so we can get him back. But I also find it funny because Lilith goes in the viz too. It says, "Just feel it. It's everywhere, all around us. That's energy." And then we get to it, and it's literally just Elbaf is on fire. And it's like, okay, so what if Elbaf wasn't on fire?
Yeah, like, do we have to wait for a calamity like this before we can use it? like that's why I like the Omni Drain aspect. Like, surely there's more than just fire we can drain. Hopefully.
Yeah. Like, does he run through a forest and the forest all dies and then he just collects all the life energy from the trees? Like, is that where, like, you crank up the dial, the sensitivity a little bit, But it was just like, I was like, oh, there's energy all around us. Oh man, I can't wait to see what, like, because Lilith said something like this on Egghead. Fast forward, it's just, oh no, she's talking about the wildfire that's just right around them.
Yeah, that's the energy.
Like, oh. Yeah. Which makes sense with the next line or the next panel, which is like, no, the fire's spreading. And it's like perfect entry point for the Omni Drain converter, the ODCs. I like the name.
Yeah, it's a good name. I think,
yeah.
What did that one guy say? He said W's, man, when he heard the name.
Yeah, W speed.
Yeah, I think that was him. Yeah. So yeah, hopefully Lilith just gives us one of them. She has two. So yeah, just keep one to herself and then just give Frankie the other one, or just give us both. I mean, let's be real. Lilith could just make another one with some money.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I mean, even though we are probably going to leave Lilith here on this island, it's just like, well, we got to have a little bit of Vegapunk with us. Which, do you still think Lilith is going to stay here with Bonnie? Or do you think because Elbaf is on fire, things have changed?
Yeah, I mean, it really depends on what Ragnarok, I guess, like ends up looking like, because was it Scopper said, like, if the island's still here, then meet up with me, which, like, okay, Scopper, what do you mean by that? Like, is there an option where the island isn't okay at the end of this? And it's like, and then he just disappears. So that was always an ominous thing. And then there's also the ominous line from Louis Arnaud about staying here too long. So like that also,
Vegapunk knows what that is, though, right? Surely.
I hope so. I mean, the thing is, they froze the one that came here, so maybe they don't. Like, remember, Lilith did get lost on Elbaf. Lilith is not a veteran on this island. She's pretty new. She's no different than Bonnie or Zoro, I guess, right? So at the moment, but we'll see. They did get back to the school pretty easily and seemingly unassisted, because Ripley was with Frankie on the way there, but on the way back, Ripley ran to the Colin. So I do wonder. Those two things are very important. And honestly, those two things are also kind of things that, like, Vegapunk has a huge power in, not just avoiding, but like preserving and saving. Like, I feel like island preservation is like a perfect thing for Vegapunk to be tasked with. So if the island was crumbling, it's like Vegapunk could be like, "I'll stay here so that I can protect the tree and rejuvenate it," or something like that. Or there's some like lofty problem that occurs, and then they're just like, "Oh, sounds like a job for Vegapunk," something like that, like a Jimmy Neutron type thing.
Yeah, I wonder how that permit trip went. Do you think there's just like what does the Elbaf permit look like?
Dude, I think they're here illegally. I don't think they made it to the embassy.
You don't think they ever made it?
No, because they got lost. They ended up in a 3,000-year-old lab.
Oh, that is true. They did get lost. Yeah.
Yeah, and
damn it.
Imagine during the fire and the invasion, that's when they go to the embassy, and we get like a little like anime filler scene there where Frankie and Lilith are just like waiting in line trying to get paper done, and then they can't because like the world's burning around them. It's crazy.
It would be really funny if they just got like deported right now, though.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That'd be so funny. No. Like imagine like Lilith is about to give Frankie the Omni Drain converter, and then an Elbaf giant just takes her out.
It'd have to be from Niflheim and a cold soldier coming through.
That'd be so. Funny,
that's
dude.
Probably what the Yeti Cool Brothers are about, right?
Yeti Seas, yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
The Yeti Seas, man. Shout outs, and also shout outs to
them?
the Yeti Seas, 100%. Shouts to our guy Usopp as well. So in the entire chapter, this is Usopp's only real panel.
What do you mean by that? He doesn't have another panel?
No. Yeah.
Oh, I scrolled really quickly and I thought I saw Ange. Oh yeah, you're right. There is no more Usopp.
Yeah, so people are saying that Usopp might be on his way to do something amazing pretty soon. Based off of that panel we see where he has his hands up, people are saying that this is foreshadowing that he's going to grab Ragnar pretty soon because it's going to require two hands to pick up.
Wow. Do you see that, Sai?
You
don't like to see.
I can't see, actually.
Oh, God. Okay.
You don't want to see me on those roads, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I didn't know you were a woman.
Let me tell you. So, have you seen the interview with the Usopp actor? I don't know his name, sorry, but...
Oh.
Yeah, in that interview, he talks about how, soon we're going to hit Little Garden, and that's where Usopp learns about Elbaf, the land of giants. And that island, Elbaf, that is Usopp's One Piece. That is literally what he says in the interview. And everybody's like, dang, dude, does Oda know this? Hey, yo, somebody tell Oda about this one. It's like, bro, it's so funny.
Was that interview a solo interview or was Mckenyu there?
It was a solo interview. It was just him.
I would pay to see Mckenyu's live reaction to that. If he was there, he would cringe because he's current. We know, like, I'm pretty sure Emily is also current, but Mckenyu is current, and I want to see him hearing Jacob go, "Oh yeah, Elbaf is Usopp's bread and butter," and Mckenyu has a flashback to Usopp's first line in Elbaf: "This place is lame. These people suck."
Dude,
that's so. Have people made that edit yet?
No.
Like of just him saying that and then Usopp right next to him on Elbaf, like, "These guys are terrible. Like, these guys suck." Oh no, it was like Elbaf is lame, right? Isn't that word for word what it is? Something like that.
No, it was Luffy who said it was a little bit disappointing. And then Usopp says it makes sense.
But yeah, that's Usopp doing things. That'll be a surprise.
One day, dude, one day Usopp will do something. Just watch. I think we both still believe it's just like seeing him every chapter is just so funny.
Yeah, it's just, and it's not just seeing him, it's like okay, in this chapter, for example, or we're about to get there, but obviously people have read at this point the Frankie upgrade to a certain extent. It just is painful to a little bit see like Brook. Oh my God, we're gonna get backstory from Usopp. Nope, Brook. And then we're gonna get a power up for Usopp. Nope, Frankie. And it's like the power up that Frankie got is not like minimal. This power up is insane, and it's like, and it happens so quickly. Yeah, it's a really good one. It makes so much sense. And it's just the gravity of how powerful this could be and probably will be. This is like the type of thing that we carry on to the very last fight. And then Frankie puts like literally the fatal fuel in there, and he becomes like you know, a demigod of some sort. If he's not already there, because he's up there. He's punching the same weight class as Jinbei right now. And it's like, bro, where is Usopp's thing? And the problem is, it can't be as fast as Frankie's, and it can't be like now what, we're gonna insert an Usopp like meaningful thing in the midst of us doing that with Brook. It's kind of hard to squeeze in Usopp, and at the same time, people I've been hearing in, like, I would say an equal amount, but I'm not gonna say as heavy, because it's like Chopper's new, like Chopper, Elbaf, there's always been a connection, but Usopp's connection to Elbaf was always like very core. And I will say, I've been hearing a lot of like, I want Chopper to do something on Elbaf. And I'm like, guys, we gotta pick one. We can't just spread out the butter. Like, it's not gonna go well. We can't keep spreading it. It's gonna feel off. It's gonna feel off. And if Usopp just randomly gets like a god tier upgrade, it's gonna feel, I don't know, like, I feel like the other part of Usopp is the earning it, like being able to earn what he has, versus just like having insane power-ups, being able to achieve it on his own, like a human, right? Like, or normal human. But yeah, going back to it, I did it was 11:34. Luffy goes to the kids, they're so lame. Zoro goes, are these brats really Elbaf's future warriors? And then Usopp, this is when Usopp was coping. Like, he kept on coping at the very beginning. He's like, oh, like this. But he says, this is surreal. We weren't even offended by that shorty's comment. And aren't you guys meant to be wild fighters willing to pillage and burn the seas themselves?
Yeah. Oh, guys, where's, like, I don't know, the sexual assault in the building?
Yeah, it's crazy that he just said that to kids.
Guys, where's the killing? Come on.
Yeah.
It's like Robert Baratheon out here.
Say? I'm trying to see. I feel like there was one other line, but yeah, it was around 11:34 for people who want to see. Whoa. Oh no, this is a different translation. Never mind. I overreacted. All right, yeah, back to 11:76.
Yeah, back to the bread and butter. We see that Jinbei takes off sprinting when he sees that the school is on fire. Nami is close in tow. Nami uses rain tempo with Zeus to try to put out the fire, but that is when our guy, Killingham, shows up. He says, you guys promised to cast aside the history of the world. And we see that he uses a new nightmare monster, the Lindworm, to eat Zeus. And people are saying, off of this panel alone, that Big Mom would get washed by Killingham.
Even though Zeus is completely fine inside, he just couldn't get out.
I mean, Killingham didn't want to kill Zeus. He wanted to just eat him. Yeah, it was a slow digestion, a treat for the Lindworm.
I see.
Yes.
Yeah, maybe Napoleon, Prometheus, Hera, they would all just get washed by this single dream demon. Do you think the dream demon gets stronger with Killingham's proximity to it?
I don't think it gets stronger. I think they just get guidance. It's like it's like you never played Yu-Gi-Oh, but there's like this giant ogre.
I did.
Who's he's really bad at Yu-Gi-Oh because he's just it's like when he was a kid, somebody dropped him on his head, but he's like he has like amazing cards, but he has a little brother who's like a little shrimp. He can't go anywhere, he can't lift anything, but he's the smartest man out there. That's Killingham. So Killingham controlling this beast. Yeah, this beast is finally like putting in work. All of his potential's coming out.
You think Killingham's like controlling it like with his mind, or he gave it's like a pet, like it's like well trained?
I think he controls it with his mind. Yeah.
It'd be interesting. Yeah, I just like, because like in this one with Lindworm, like it took a, I mean, not a decent beating, but it is interesting because Frankie, Jinbei, they fight it, and then we saw the Dream Demon. It was the Dark Nika, right? That took the Roaring Nation. Yeah. And I'm like, are the Dream Demons equal? Another interesting thing is we saw Killingham in that sequence, and it seemed like he was there, though seems like the professional cope is he just went up and he was looking from far away. But some people are like, hey, Par, this could make sense to him and Ange are working together because he swapped places with Ange. Ange was trying to make her way to the kids and just made it past like Jinbei, and Jinbei said it wouldn't make it there. And then lo and behold, we see Killingham where Ange probably would have been closer to. So, and then Ange where we saw Killingham in that sequence. So it's like, I wonder if something's there.
Very sus.
Yeah, very sus. I mean, we're dealing with Ange's place of employment. What do you think we might discover about Ange here in this sequence? Now that they froze everything.
Like imagine
maybe
we see like we cut over to her desk and it's plots on how to destroy Elbaf. My God.
Dude, no, I think I thought about it after someone brought up Scooby-Doo on the stream, but this is a Scooby-Doo-esque plot. The villain burns down like the thing, and then the meddling kids save the thing, and then the evidence is still there. And so it might be that Ange was compliant with the burning thing and like was trying to burn away evidence, but now it's literally frozen. And so the Straw Hats and Robin specifically goes in, investigates, and then sees her caught. Wait, what would be good? No, I can't come up with a pun right now, but I was gonna say caught red-handed, but has no relationship to being cold.
Being caught cold-handed, make it a new thing.
As a stone cold killer.
Whoa.
There we go. Yeah. We'll see Kiba. Kiba's like, stop, Ange. She has the blueprints or something like that. And it's like he was about to die, but then they froze him. It's perfect.
Ooh, or it could be one of those things where it's something only Ange can do. Like Killingham, like he has like a fraudulent slip. He's like, yes, soon the school gym will be destroyed. And then Saul is like, wait, the school gym? That's been out of commission since 2008. How do you know about that? And then it's revealed that Ange told him about it.
Yeah. And then he goes like, Ange loved the school gym. Something like that. It's the tying her there.
Oh, yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
Hits us with she may not look like it, but she loved the gym.
Whoa, what the fuck? What do you mean?
It is on your channel. Dude. Oh, okay.
Jesus Christ,
clearly
man.
She ran so fast. She ran as fast as a full-fledged Crown Prince Hiredin across Elbaf. She's putting the Crown Prince in third place, you know, in terms of speed.
Gotta admit,
Killingham takes first.
Very sus that she made it there so quickly.
Yeah. I mean, the school gym. That's how she got there. She's been.
Yeah, they have treadmills over there and everything. She's been training for this day.
Yeah, she's been training. Saul too. Look at Saul. We never saw him use hockey against Aokiji.
It's so funny. Like, I love online discourse or like people talk about One Piece. Somebody had a picture of Saul from this chapter, and like, bro, why even bring him back to life? It's just a picture of Saul on the ground. They're like, bro, why even bring Saul back? I thought that was hilarious.
Saul, I mean, there's a few things. Where's Kuma? Where did we leave his ass?
Dude, it doesn't even matter.
He's gonna show up at the most important time. I mean, like realistically,
Kuma still needs to be worked on, so I don't think he's gonna show up.
Hey, maybe that's where Lilith went instead of the embassy. Because like realistically, how long do you think it would take to fix Kuma for Lilith?
I'd say like a month.
A month?
Huh. Yeah, just because like the lack of resources. I think that's where I'm at.
Yeah, but I would think that Frankie has like stuff. Like I feel like the Thousand Sunny is not like scrapped. Oh, but the Thousand Sunny got taken, right? They were on the giant ship. Thousand Sunny was with the yeah. So if they had the Thousand Sunny, maybe. But it would also be funny if Lilith saw Frankie's like workshop in the thing and be like, "You been not only have you been powering yourself with cola, but you've been working in this cave, you know?" And then we get the Iron Man meme. That'd be pretty cool.
Oh yeah, like Frankie. Like I can't believe it. You got to pass the Fista level body with this level of intelligence? How?
Yeah. With a box of scraps.
How'd you do it?
Yeah. It's perfect. Perfect.
So, Lindworm design. W?
I like it.
Is it your favorite? Why is it your favorite?
It's not I wouldn't say it's my favorite, but it does remind me of a childhood favorite, that chicken from Jimmy Neutron. But
Jesus. It all goes back to Jimmy Neutron, huh?
I mean, even in what's it called? In Egghead, I think it's like 1065-ish, 1064. They have the hologram, like there was the robot versus the dinosaur, the space monster. And that one, it kind of looks like this, like the mouth looks similar at least. Let me see if I can find it. Was it 1064 or 1065? I feel like 1065. Let's try that. But yeah, I mean, it's also funny because people are telling me it's pronounced Lindworm, like V, but then Stephen Paul said no, it's Lindworm. Deal with it.
Yeah, F that, so, dude.
Yeah. Lindworm. Is there a meaning behind Lindworm that I don't know?
No, like, it's just another like European monster creature thing.
Does it do anything special?
Nah, not really. Apparently it does like a mini Ouroboros thing where it swallows its tail for fun.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's fun. that does sound fun.
Yeah, it's actually pretty cool, but it's just one of those things where it's like, you'll never be the Ouroboros, though. Yeah, it's funny. When you look it up, it's like, yes, people often confuse this thing with Nidhogg, but this is a much smaller, less scary version of Nidhogg, so don't be afraid.
Yeah. It's also a dream demon. This too. One. In 1062, this, it has a similar mouth, but it's closed, so it's not exact same. Do I have it up? Oh, yeah, it's like right there. Yeah. But yeah.
He loves his dragons, man. Final Saga, we're gonna get a lot of dragons.
Hey, this one's not a dragon. It's not even a snake. Saul clarifies, a snake? No, it's a worm. I think Oda likes worms more than anything. Worms are insects, right?
Well, I mean, it's like a worm with the Y, so just.
No, not Stephen Paul's. Stephen Paul's is a worm with an O.
We ignore Stephen Paul's translations here, Par. We don't have to keep on joking around. Yeah, we can just. We all know we don't like Stephen Paul's translations here. All right. We all know it's a little bit off the short bus. All right, Par. We don't have to go too crazy here, man. Come on. Stephen Paul finds this in the ground. No, come on, Par. We can just move on, man. It's a dragon, all right? We know what this is supposed to be. It's a lindworm. Yeah, Stephen Paul doesn't know trees from the forest. He doesn't know all those sayings. He probably looks at Usopp and he doesn't know it's related to the boy who cries wolf. It just be like that, man. Stephen Paul is a funny guy, man.
Bro, oh my God, Stephen Paul hitting us with the meme, bro. Killingham sees the ODC and goes, "What are those?"
No.
I looked at TCB translated. What is that thing? What are those? Stephen Paul is meme coded.
He should have put like multiple O's for those.
Yeah, he should have. Damn, even when he memes, he doesn't meme right. Come on.
Yeah, damn it, Stephen Paul. You were so close.
What if we see it edited in the volume and it has multiple O's? That'd be so funny. That actually would be pretty. That'd be a pretty. They don't change Luffy's outfit, but they add O's. That would grind your gears.
He should just put more and more memes here, man.
Yeah. Stephen Paul would get a lot of. He would go viral on Twitter if he did things like that.
He'd be like sure. I don't even know. I was going to say John Weary, but John Weary is very different. In case you guys don't know, John Weary is the official translator for JJK, or was.
Oh.
And he would constantly get names wrong, translate things wrong, like vehemently. Like he'll get characters mixed up, and it's just so bad. And but hey, he's the official though. So you know,
it'd be like he would translate
do that what you will
to like. Not even Supreme King. It would be the willpower of the man who conquers things power. Like it would be like that. And he did that for like, I forget the reverse jutsu stuff. Like he just, my God, when I hit those, I thought people were memeing. I thought it was like overblown criticism. Yeah. But then when I actually read it, I was like, oh no, this is valid. This is valid.
John Weary just showing us that official translators means nothing. It's literally just the title. It's just a job thing, man.
The ones that do a good job, because they can do a terrible job if they really wanted to.
Yeah, like Stephen Paul. We meme on Stephen Paul, but overall he does a okay job.
Yeah, he
doesn't do a good job. He does an okay job.
Yeah.
Stephen Paul is the guy that just like, just, you know what? He's doing his thing. It's all good. Well, we'll just move on.
Yeah.
Man, could always be a little bit worse.
Frame. But yeah.
So let's see here.
The ice situation.
Yeah, the ice is pretty cool. It sucked out so much energy that everything is now frozen. And
I thought it was interesting that the people, like, it didn't seem like it affected people. Do you think that the people, like, because there's people inside, or no, there's not people inside? Like,
I don't think there's people inside.
But it like, because the fire's around the Straw Hats, no? Or they're like, do you think that if there was a person among the fire that they would get frozen?
No, I think they just get drained of all their energy and die.
One hit kill tech?
Possibly, dude.
Dude, that'd be so funny. If this is just, like, Emu's going wilding out at the top, you just see a frisbee hit him in the head, and it's like a Pokeball, and it just zaps the energy out of Emu, and Lilith's just like, stay off of my eye. Just hit us with some insane aura line. Oh my God. Yeah, wait, this is just like a Pokeball. Oh my God.
Yeah, honestly, you hit Emu with this, what happens?
I think it Omni drains and converts into... What do you think Emu tastes? Oh, is this not Smoothie? This is kind of like Smoothie.
Yeah, but Smoothie doesn't
take energy.
I mean, she does. She does.
Yeah. She wrings out the giraffe, and the giraffe is like gone, and then you get giraffe juice. Dude,
and then also
Frankie.
Smoothie turns them into like actual energy, where she'll grab somebody and then she just sucks all of their energy out, and then she gets bigger.
Yeah. Dude, Smoothie and Frankie would be cracked, because then he could just load up on her juices. Oh my God.
Yeah, technically.
That's going to be a whole new spin-off now. You're welcome. Someone give me the credits on that one when you make it. If you're from Size Community. Which probably could be. Yeah, I feel like anytime I say like, oh, we need a panel like this, and I say it on your thing, someone hits us up on Twitter with it. So
yeah, someone just draw it up.
You guys know what to do. Yeah, you guys know what to do. But yeah, I wonder like how far these ODCs can go. And did Lilith like, do you think that Lilith finagled this thing to specifically help Frankie, or do you think that like it always made juices?
I think it always made juices.
Well,
I don't know, actually. It looks like she
She plugs in the bottle.
Yeah, she like plugs it into like the box or like something on the side of the box.
Yeah, like one of the like because when it's flying around, it has like the fire inside as like lightning, and then she plugs in the soda, and then that thing squishes down into the soda bottle. This is honestly, I won't be surprised if you get like a Coca-Cola commercial with this now, like something that takes this, like an energy drink. Oh, someone do it. Someone needs to make Frankie energy.
I have a feeling just
Vega
looking at this
energy.
panel that this is probably just going to be an SBS thing. Hey, so Oda Sensei, yeah. how did Lilith take the fire and turn it into cola? How'd she do all this? Was she ready? Does it always do that? And also, what's up with the ice? Haha. And then Oda's just gonna respond with like a paragraph.
Yeah,
like this is coming up the next volume. I feel it.
Yeah, dude, I just found Sai's new series, SBS prediction video.
Maybe SBS predictions. Like 4 Guna related questions and then a couple of solid ones.
To be fair, if we had held one, like a prediction thing for SBS, the topics that were discussed in this SBS, we did talk about a lot of the serious ones. Okay, well, besides the udon noodle one, we talked about it in a different capacity. But
it's funny.
The other ones,
when I went to go like look up the Barbell origins for the man marked by flames, right before I talked about Barbell being the man marked by flames, you brought up the Roger flag, and I was just like, "Whoa, no way! Is this foreshadowing that my theory is gonna get cooked?" I don't know.
No. Barbell's real, bro. Tekken co-signed it. Once Tekken co-signs a theory, it's well, he didn't officially co-sign. He signed independently. It's kind of like how calculus was Yeah. So that's even more insane, But so I'm sure Tekken would co-sign it if he was given the opportunity to. Which, if you guys don't know, Tekken is the greatest One Piece theorist ever since that Roto find in Discovery, where he like clocked it within seconds. That there's no one else who can get the crown like that. That was just absurd. Like, I was out here like, oh my god, do you see how womanly those wrists are? It's a girl, and then Tekken hits us with, but those high heels and those eyebrows. That's Roto, if I've ever known one, from chapter 696's cover story. You guys don't remember that? And I'm like, oh my god, this guy's nuts. This guy's nuts.
He got us, dude. And guess what, guys? Tekken does also think that Barbell could be the man marked by flames, which does say something. Don't sleep on it yet. Does. The theory's not gone.
Yeah. I'm not saying that Tekken gets everything right, but when every time we've heard about a Tekken theory on our side of the One Piece community, it's always like, this is a good one, And I feel like this is probably one of those.
Yeah, and I'll talk about it more in like a separate video, but the thing is that unironically, Barbell, he is a good candidate for man marked by flames. Like, compared to like anybody else we have in the entire series, he fits the most buckets. Like, I think the only reason people like don't want it to be Barbell is because they just don't want Barbell. Like, that's like the only reason. Because outside of that, like, you have to acknowledge it is a good looking theory.
Yeah, I would even say, like, because everything about Barbell lines up with what I said about Tom. But the thing I like about Barbell more is the Rocks Pirate Crew, because that's what I was saying about Tom had like an insane connection with Roger, to the point that Oda hid his conversation with Roger just before going to that poneglyph. But that's what's cool about Rox's crew, is that Rox's crew was handed kind of secrets that are the ones that are looming ahead of us right now. And one of them was revealed, which is finding out what that devil fruit was on Elbaf, and we found out what it was. That was something Rox tasked his crew with, and that was a secret that the world didn't really know about. Poneglyphs would be on that bucket. Rox never mentioned poneglyphs, right? Like, I'm not wrong, right?
Yeah, he never mentioned them.
So him not mentioning it, but Roger having the nuance behind it the way he did with Whitebeard, that tells you that, like, there's something we're probably gonna find out that Rox had his hands on poneglyphs as well. I mean, this is a similar thing with like Blackbeard to a certain extent. Like for a long time, a lot of people were proposing like, oh yeah, Blackbeard's going after poneglyphs, but we hadn't had Blackbeard concretely going after them. But now it's like the ancient weapons and Laugh Tale. Obviously, he wants all those things, so it makes sense naturally. He's going to get them, and then he asks for the rubbings on Winter's Island. So it's like with the rocks, you can go backwards and be like, yeah, he 100% cared about the poneglyphs. And it's like, why, like, Fishman Island was probably a place he went to. And who knows, like, considering the fact that he was using Voice of All Things to communicate with Garp and Roger, that's how Roger found the poneglyphs in the first place. He was able to hear them, to hear the voices. So it's like, I wouldn't be surprised if Oda puts that on rocks and then, like, hey, Barbell, can you look for the sunken poneglyph? Like, it's just that easy. Like, can you look for poneglyphs on the ocean floor? Aye, aye, Captain. And then Barbell like comes across a few. You know what I mean? Because there wasn't just one or two. There was a few apparently. The one that Jinbei took to Big
Jinbei
Mom
found it
was
in the cover
underwater
page.
too. Yeah,
which we have that too, I believe.
Yes, yeah. We have it, but we don't know it. Like it's
we have it, we don't know it. It could just be anything.
Yeah. So I like for a lot of reasons, Barbell just was given so many. You know what it also feels like? It feels like the Marco's dad thing. Like it's like that guy in the background that it's just like, that looks like Marco, right, guys? Nah, it couldn't be. Oh no, it's probably Marco's dad. And we're like, nah, next chapter, it's Marco's dad. It feels like that with Barbell. It's like all these background thoughts he was literally put aside on God Valley. It's like, watch, we're gonna find out that like a lot of that was real. Like the Barbell at least carries some weight to the story beyond what we're getting right now. I wouldn't be surprised and I wouldn't be mad. I would be excited for something like that.
Yeah, and with Barbell too, like the latest volume cover, again going back to it, 114, Barbell is the only character who's ever been obscured by the text before.
The text.
Like, yes, characters have appeared like behind the text, but usually it's like right here, right? Like they'll stop at like their eyebrows so you can see their eyes, their face, and etc. For Barbell, it covers his entire face. It's like, wait, what? Like it's very odd. Like it is genuinely a one of situation where like it covers all of them. And beforehand, like if there's a character it covers, Oda will put them front and center, but he doesn't do it for Barbell. Mm-hmm. It's like weird.
And not only is Barbell obscured by it, but he's also obscured by the end of One Piece. It's the ending of the One Piece word that he's obscured by. So maybe that says that he's the closest one right now by having the last
poneglyph. So funny, dude.
that's that One Piece theory flavor text wording to get that. Oh my god, not only did Oda hide him by the One Piece, he hid him by the end of the One Piece. We're gonna find that Barbell is sitting there laughing, waiting with joy, with the laugh of Joy Boy and the weight of the ocean behind him, something like that,
Yeah, so as far as like why Barbell would have the poneglyph, the thing is that the Fishman Island poneglyphs, they're not like hidden. You don't have to like become friends with King Neptune or, get trust from the sea people to go there. It's literally like outside, like on the outskirts of their town because it's in the sea forest. And another thing too is that, Barbell, this is still a theory, but there's a pretty big chance, in my opinion, that Barbell is related to Sunbell, who is a pirate on Roger's crew. So if we're wondering like why he's like waiting, it could be because of that, right? His brother, possibly his brother, knows the truth of the world, and they're just protecting the poneglyph together. And as far as the black ship goes, that's explained because at God Valley, we see that the Rocks pirates started taking pirate ships and other ships to leave the island. One of the ships that was off the coast was a black Navy ship. So maybe that's the ship that Barbell took. Because we saw that Kyo took a ship, Shiki took a ship. They're all like taking ships out of there. We never saw Barbell leave. So it could be that black Navy ship. And another thing too is that the whirlpools, time and time again, it's been repeated, but Fishman can make whirlpools. That is one of their abilities. They go into the water, they swim in circles, and boom, whirlpool. So there's a lot of things that explain it. You know, the Fishman connection, I think, is another key one too. Because not only does it make sense with him and Sunbell and just going to Fishman and getting it, but we also still have to kind of learn what happened 200 years ago. Because that's kind of like a cliffhanger from Egget Island, where it was like, hey, by the way, you know, Fishman, they gained rights 200 years ago, and Emmet also attacked the world government 200 years ago. Like, is that related? Who knows? And it's like, okay, we don't know that lore. Jinbei hasn't told us anything. Maybe we need another Fishman to tell us. And guess who would be the perfect person to tell us? Sunbell and Barbell. Sunbell primarily because he knows the truth of the world. You know, I like saying that, but, you know, Scopper Gabon here, he knows everything. You know, like, Scopper Gabon knows the Void Century. Rayleigh knows it. And so does Sunbell, Barbell's potential brother. So the Bell brothers being the one who, like, you know, are there at Lodestar waiting for somebody, I think is huge. And the whole bell thing, it's silly, but it reminds me of like the Bell of Shandora. Like, you ring the bell twice, and it's like, I don't know, man. So, like, you know, you ring it once when you're coming, you ring it once when you're leaving, so that everybody knows where you are. And it's like, dude, dude, the double bells, it's right there. It's literally right there. And then the mark by flame thing, that's his hair. He literally has flame hair, like Hyogoro and Sun God Nika. So I mean, like, genuinely, out of everybody in the series, Barbell, he fits every single criteria. And it's not even close. Like, people like Dragon, right? Like, oh, it's Dragon. And I think Dragon is very popular for the man marked by flames because we don't know what Dragon's going to do. People want Dragon to have agency. But for Dragon, like, we seen his ship. It's not black. It's kind of just, it's like, it's more so brown. And it's like, yeah, like, Dragon just doesn't fit it. Like, outside of people wanting it to be Dragon, it doesn't fit. And, you know, outside of the people are like, oh, it's going to be another pirate. It's like, okay, cool. So it's like a brand new character never heard of before. Because never before have we heard of a pirate with a black ship or with whirlpool ability. Yeah. So this is like a new character we're just pulling out of our asses. Which you could say Barbell is that guy too, but he has connection with Sunbell at least. Like, genuinely, he fits compared to anybody else in the series.
I mean, I think that the Fishmen in general have like a lot of hidden lore between like the Noah building it and like, again, like, if we had Barbell when I made the video, because a lot of the contingencies on that poneglyph being at the, you know, in Fishman territory did lend itself to me thinking like, okay, let me focus in on Fishman more. And the part that I liked about Tom, which we're actually getting updates on, is that he's a part of the Galila, the original one. Like, he's a descendant of the ancient shipbuilders or whatever, and that's supposedly the Galila. So it's like, there's an interesting through line of like, okay, so then if Tom got that and he wasn't originally from Water 7, then who else, how did he inherit this, or how did he learn about this? Is Barbell, like, you know, is he related to that? And I'm not throwing Barbell willy-nilly. It's like, no, there's Tom, there's Jinbei, and then there's Neptune, like, and then there's Barbell, and now Sunbell. These are all like very significant characters, and their origins, I feel like, do matter. Like, Fisher Tiger started out a whole generation of fishmen. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if there were more like that, and Oda could insert Sunbell, Barbell into that light. And like Sai was bringing up the 200 years ago, the fisherman part, it makes a lot of sense that we're going to get more Fishman lore. And another good entry point back into the chapter is this like huge disdain and racism coming from Killingham, which it makes you like kind of curious, because like, he is in an island of giants, and giants have this like reputation, period, like the just being like monsters, gross a little bit. But then we see them, you know, they accept Harold to a certain extent. They're not like that heinous against him. But Fishmen, they loathe. And I'd like to imagine that 200 years ago thing, that probably stoked a lot of like, something happened back then. And, you know, characters like Sunbell, Barbell, who were, 38 years ago, were probably already in their like 60s or whatever. So we're talking about 100 years ago. That history probably affected them directly, if not like their parents, you know, Neptune's, the predecessors and stuff like that. So it is kind of I don't know where. I don't know when. It's hard to place when like Fishman lore will come back into the forefront. Because like you would think that we would get to a more Fishman centric place again, but it like a lot of it's building up, and again the Gali La one is a huge one that I like to bring up. It's like that was directly tied to Tom more than any other character. He had the blueprints, he had the tattoos or whatever it was, and he was our first introduction to ancient weapons like concretely. And here we are back, not back, but on Elbaf, discovering their origin being giants or ancient giants or something like that. And then we have Fishman who had the Noah. So it's like Barbell could tie all of those things together, considering Rocks had ties to Elbaf too. So makes you wonder. It makes you wonder what Oda will do with characters like that. He could do a lot. He could do a lot. I would not be mad or surprised. I would love it. I would love Barbell's hair, man. That one still gets me. That he showed up without, no, he showed up with the hair, then without the hair or something like that.
Yeah.
I forget what it was. Yeah, it was some crazy nonsense. But
yeah, Barbell is such a funny character, man.
Barbell's stronger than Jinbei, right?
I think so. People did not like it when I said that. They're like, oh, no way he's stronger than Jinbei. I'm sorry, man. He's an old generation Fishman that hanged out with Roxy Xebec. I'm gonna think he's stronger for now. And the thing is that Jinbei can get stronger by the end. But I like to imagine there's always... What is it? Like, there's always somebody stronger out there. Until, like, we hit the finale of the story.
I know people hate using Whitebeard as a power scaling thing, but I'm not using it as, like, a pixel scaling power scaling. Like... the way Whitebeard treated Jinbei versus Odin, he treated Odin more of as a contemporary, like a peer among strength, so he was a brother, whereas Jinbei was a son. So I highly doubt Barbell would be a son to Whitebeard. I think Whitebeard would... I'm not going to say his shit would get rocked if he said that, but I feel like Barbell would have some words, be like, what do you mean by that? Huh, Whitebeard?
Dude,
and I feel like
the thing is, we got to remember what happened with fucking Wang Ji, dude. Wang Ji left the Rock's crew, and then afterwards, he's over here fighting, what, like Blackbeard, Law, and Kobe all at once, and there's like a whole raid on Hachinosu. It's like, yeah, I'm sorry, guys. I think Barbell's gonna be like up there in terms of like how strong he could be. Like, look at majority of the Rock's pirates, dude. Like, look at Shiki, right? Shiki's crazy. Yeah, he got fodderized by the movie, but nowadays people are like, okay, he's gonna get upscaled. Look at Big Mom, look at Kaido. Like, there's so many people you could look at, and you're like, yeah, you know what? Maybe Barbell is gonna be pretty tough. Like, he's not gonna be like top 5, but he's gonna be a tough dude.
Yeah, these are all characters that if they weren't in Impel Down and we hadn't heard about them, the only explanation is they just retired. They just like had a family, just left. Because they like, even Gyo is like strong enough that back then he had a reputation like that. So it's kind of like, I imagine Barbell is a character that like Shiki in his 73 year, like he's 73 now. He's like, oh, time for my 20-year plan. And then like, he's like, the only problem is Barbell. And then Barbell would be significant. Like, if we got a movie about Shiki, I feel like we could get a movie about Barbell, the deep sea god, the first uncle of the ocean. What did we call him? I forgot, because Jinbei is the first son.
Oh, we called him the father of water.
Yeah, the father of wetness. Like, just
the progenitor of the ocean.
Yeah. I feel like it's not crazy to think that Barbell would be stronger than Jinbei, and I feel like Jinbei would be like, yeah, no, I'm not messing with that guy. That guy. You know about Barbell? That's the thing about Jinbei, is that Jinbei should know more about like Tom.
I think Jinbei does know Barbell. Like, the thing is, it's so easy to add in Barbell lore. Like, a great example, a through line would be Don Marlone. We just expect Don Marlone to somehow, some way be connected to Capone Beige. Just the whole mafia thing, right? I do not think it's absurd to say that two pirate fishmen, Sunbell and Barbell, have some connection to Arlong and Jinbei, and even Fisher Tiger. We saw Fisher Tiger make a comeback, and that's the thing too, right? You could easily say, yeah, by the way, like Sunbell, Barbell, they're legends in, the Fishman district. They taught all the kids how to fight, and they went off and became great pirates, and we don't know where they are. Like that, it's literally that easy to make them relevant.
Yeah. It's funny because you brought up the Don Marlone thing just so that you could be like, I'm not racist, guys. I'm not saying all fishmen, no fishmen, but like, no, like even in the story supports that, like they were keeping track of Arlong in the East Blue. Like, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's one of those things where it's like if a fisherman's making news or is notable at all, they kept track of them, And my headcanon is just that it's just that Fisher Tiger, Jinbei, even Arlong, they knew Sunbell, Barbell, and they were probably like, they called Fisher Tiger older brother, right? So would it not make sense that like the pirates, Sunbell, Barbell, the notable pirates that that means that they were criminals, were probably in the slums too, you know what I mean? And then they would be like the godfather of the slums that Fisher Tiger was the older brother of, because then hey, who's the mom, who's the dad, where do these kids come from? Who trained them, so it's like I feel like Sunbell, Barbell being Roger Rock's pirates, that was definitely a thing. And as far as why wouldn't it have been mentioned, well, it's not as relevant to what happened with Hody. Hody, I could see it that Hody didn't know them. But also their stories wouldn't be in contingent on what happened in Fishman Island or Arlong period, right? Rocks, especially because of Rocks, the way the Rocks pirates went down, Barbell's obscurity probably went with it as well. And then Sunbell, I mean, his whole thing is hiding now because if he's known, man, I wouldn't want to be Sunbell and run into Strawberry. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a rough day. That's a rough day.
That's still so crazy to me.
Yeah, we find out Fisher Tiger has Conqueror's Haki, loses to Strawberry still in a retcon. Oh god, it would have to be retcon that a fight went down. That like Strawberry actually got hurt.
Yeah, we just gotta like retcon some bruises in on him,
Yeah, it would have to be that Kizaru showed up. Because he was mentioned in that thing.
Kizaru's mentioned, but he wasn't there, dude. It's it's crazy.
Hey, he could have lasered in and lasered out, and like, good job, Strawberry, and gave him all the credit. That's how he trains his disciples. He just comes in. Yeah. Good job.
It's like a One Punch Man, right? Where like whenever a king's like, oh my god, it's the King Engine. What's happening? And then Saitama's just like, boop, and then he walks away. He's like, oh my god, King, you did it. It's just gonna be that.
Strawberry's feet low key is like that though. Not gonna lie, we went from Fisher Tiger raiding countless Navy ships to losing to Strawberry, which is just so funny. Oh god,
I don't believe it. But yeah,
it was how big his hair was.
Brass tacks, like, how do you know how he got on the Barbell train? But I do believe Barbell. The thing is, if you don't think it's Barbell, you have to list like a genuine reason why. And if you say you just don't want Barbell, that's fine too. I just think people are being semi-disingenuous when they dismiss him too fast. It's like, you gotta admit, like there's a lot of things that kind of work. If you don't like it, that's totally cool, but there's things here.
Yeah. There definitely is things here. And it's impossible for me to say not like it because, like I said, the difference between your candidate and my candidate is like a plot, like a plot point in the story, just which section of the world they were on. But they were kind of concurrent the timeline, right? Because like Tom was there at the same era.
Imagine he has Tom.
Yeah. Hey, I mean, wait, didn't we find out Rox's ship is called Rox's Fury?
Yes, Rox's ship is called Rox's Fury.
Who made that ship? Maybe it was Barbell. Maybe Barbell and Tom, that was their last hoorah together.
They still have that silly ass thing where like oh my god, we don't know why Rox's flag is like a skull on fire.
True.
And one of the theories was that's Barbell. Like, it's literally a thing of Barbell, which that doesn't have to be true. I'm partially memeing there, but you gotta admit, Rox's flag is really sus, and it could just be a big gag because we learned that Roger's flag is just udon noodles. So maybe Rox's flag is also a meme, but who knows, man?
It could be like Usopp. In a different alternate dimension, we had Usopp as the Straw Hats Jolly Roger. So maybe it's like Barbell did that. It was him, but because he had rocks on the thing, it's like, yeah, it passes. This is a good one. You know?
Yeah.
I could see that.
Rocks is like, yeah, fire here? Actually, wait a minute.
Yeah, that's kind of fire. We should call you the man marked by flames. We're gonna find out his epithet on the rocks thing was the flamed marked man or something like that. Like, it's just so close. It's just, is it that guy?
It's gonna be Firefish.
Yeah, it's like Firefish Man, like the man's emphasizing the fire. Yeah. Oh, and he puts out fires. Oh my god, just like Jinbei.
Yeah, it's all lining up. Hereditary.
Yeah. Fried fish. Oh, perfect.
God, sorry. Went on a whole Barbell tangent.
Yeah. But then we're back on the Fishman racism. Dude, this is crazy. Did you see? You read Killingham's line in the viz.
Let's see here. Saul, can you get to the library? I bet you will. Blah blah. You must be worried sick. Devour the library, sleep tid. Don't give them a shred of hope. Only when history is ended can the new world come about, which also I bet is a Void Century, which is hilarious. Let's see here. I'll rescue Zeus, Domi. My first should be enough to make the beast throw him up. Ew! A fish. I love the ew. A fishman. Whoa! Another world title, huh? The ugliest species in the world. I'm gonna puke. Good thing my mask keeps my air clean. That's good, man.
Stephen Paul, you good? That might be a legendary forever Hall of Famer right there. That's
Stephen Paul went out of his way to insult Jinbei. It's like me when I was doing the whole like Killingham line. Like it just felt right? You just had to add more to it.
The PCB goes. I just love the break in Killingham's thing because he goes, "A new world can only be born by severing things like history." Whoa, is that a fishman? They really are the most repulsive race in the world. If anyone's going to gag, it'll be me. And that's also really good. But something about just saying straight out, ew, it's a fishman. The ugliest species in the world is just crazy. Oh, God.
Do you remember the whole thing where it's like we thought Killingham was a fishman too?
Yeah, because
it still could be a thing, but it's just so ironic. Tough. Like, we've seen humans with teeth like that, like Cat and Barto.
Yeah. It could be that Barto's sharpened his teeth. He's like, people do that in our world too.
Yeah, and then there's also Maffy and the God Knights. It's
yeah. Well, Maffy, I don't know what Maffy is, but if we were to find out that Maffy ain't a normal human, I'm not saying fishman, but I'm saying like if there's a world where Maffy's not human, I'm already probably there. At this point, especially when we got the Moria backstory, I'm like, at this point, Maffy, with how she loses kids, it could be that Maffy's Moria's mom.
Maffy and Moria, dude. Oh yeah, Moria has sharp teeth too, and he's human.
Yeah, it could.
If you want to call him that,
I mean. Yeah, exactly. I feel like even Kaido's like, what are you? You know what I mean?
Yeah, you think he was like super confused, like, what is this thing?
I never knew there was your kind on Wano, and I'm not even trying to be racist. Like, genuinely, like, I never saw any of you guys here. And Moria's like, what do you mean by that? I'm human. It's like, all right.
This is my family you're messing with, Kaido.
Yeah, Kaido could hit him with the like, listen, you don't even need a devil fruit to join the Beast Pirates. Like, you're already
a Zoan, man. Come on.
Yeah. I'm surprised now I think back at it that imagine we got a Kaido, a Moria, Toby Roppo. Oh, that's a terrible timeline. He would have to be. If Moria joined the Beast Pirates, he would be a Calamity, right?
He'd be above
Jack. Yeah.
Yeah, he'd be a Calamity. I'd put him like in King spot, to be honest. And I know that sounds crazy, but like this is like this is prime Moria. Like this is Moria not fat, like actual like captain tier character, like Because Moria only let himself go once he lost.
Yeah. And this is a significant thing. Kaido killed his entire crew, but Moria not only survived, he escaped. So that's insane to do. Because like Odin couldn't do that. Odin couldn't escape. You know what I'm saying? Like Odin died. It wasn't, right at the moment, but Moria escaped. Grave robbed also. He left with loot. He didn't leave empty-handed either. Like
he played the extraction shooter wrong. Let me tell you.
And they told stories about him. Like the Wano people literally were like, he's a hero. He's our goat, And they didn't name him. This is probably the craziest part. The Shimotsuki Ringo area named him Kozuki for how cool and strong he was. Which is just like, okay, we ever just name them random other people's names. Like, what?
That hurts my soul, dude. Sure. That's so sad.
Yeah, I was like, he's adopted, but like the half brother thing.
Doesn't that just break your heart? It's like the people of Wano loved him so much, which I'm assuming it's not like random civilians that called him Kozuki. It had to have been from like the main family. Like Sukiyaki surely had some hand in it because that was Sukiyaki's
Ushimaru
like era.
Was alive. Ushimaru was alive when he had that title.
They're literally like the greatest of the Kozuki and Shimotsuki. All of them were there, and boom, because he was in Curry, and the Shimotsuki guy, Zoro's uncle, was the daimyo of that region. They wouldn't just hand out the Kozuki name to anybody. So that means that, Zoro's uncle and Moria had some sort of, like, bond. Or they knew each other, which is, what a crazy SBS revelation, man. I'm so happy.
Yeah.
It's absolutely nuts.
That's how we got to the Moria thing. But yeah, Moria, whew, can't wait. Can't wait for him. He's another one of those sleeper characters.
Super sleeper. Oh, man. So, Killingham could be a Fishman. We don't know yet. Mainly because it would be so ironic. Like, he wouldn't know he's a Fishman, but he hates Fishman. I think there's, like, some poetry there, but... Yeah, love the dialogue, dude. What's up?
This is so funny. The translations are pretty good. I like it this time. But, for the crimes of being ignorant of Jinbei... former warlord of the sea and insulting a member of our crew. I think you need to pull a hole in our mask. And then I just saw Frankie going, "Look at my hops."
Yeah, okay. It's not even hops. It's just farts. He's just farting into the sky.
Yeah. That's crazy. All the muscles of my body are screaming. Yeah, because you sharted, like straight up. It has to be wet, right? That's a shart.
Yeah, there's like some oil slick going on back there with Frankie.
He should call that the pink eye trail.
Oh, that's what that should be called. That is one thing I will admit. I wish Frankie had some sort of visual cue to show that he's upgraded.
Oh yeah, like his armor changes colors. Like it makes no sense, but like that would be sick. Oh
no, exactly. Like his armor changes color, or It could even be like his hair changes to like something unique. Maybe the horns meld into his body and his head. Like, I just wish Frankie had like something where it's like, okay, this is like regular Frankie and this is like super Vega Cola Frankie.
It would be cool if Oda... this would be a good nerf too. If they gave Frankie like a battery indicator or like some way to see the cola level. And so like he has a time limit, right? Until the cola's out. And so, like, maybe his armor changes color, and as it wanes off, it tapers. That'd be, like, and that's a good nerf, because then his enemies know, like, oh, if I'm paying attention correctly, that means that he's powered up now. He's green all of a sudden. And now, when he turns back red, then he's in his base form. That would be kind of sick. I would like that. It's a good component to add.
It's also just one of those things where it's like, we're in the final saga though. Do we still want to nerf Frankie a little bit? Like, because I think he should just be this level now.
Oh yeah. I think he should be this level now. I just meant like if someone knows, it's kind of like the King thing, right? Where it's like once Zoro figured out like, oh, flame on, flame off. That's like, it's not a nerf, but it's like a visual cue of what's happening, right? That's the downside of visual cues. Is like, oh, he's blue now. I'm gonna not fight him now. I'm gonna wait for him to be red. How do we get him back to red? You know. But yeah, I love that idea. I love
and then
that
it'll be
idea.
a gag where it's like, I'm always red because I dyed my hair.
Yeah. Or his hair turns gold. He goes Super Saiyan.
Oh my god.
Oda would do some type of shit like that too. Oh, wait a second.
Oda, you know what to do.
That's something they can easily add.
It is, yeah. Easy, just yellow hair, spiky hair, just something. And I will admit, I love the name of his attack. Strong Dexter. So he's switching up to Latin now, which does remind me of Emeth. I know Emeth is Hebrew, but just going back to like an older language or just switching up languages, I think is, again, another parallel of Frankie and Emeth. I feel like it's so funny. You know, go to like the other Joy Boy Nakama. Only one we have is Zunisha right now. But, you know, like we're looking at it and it's like, man, like it's so obvious that Frankie is the Emmet parallel. And we don't have that for any other Straw Hats yet. Like we know Luffy, Joy Boy, that's an easy one, right? Everybody knows that. But like Zunisha, like we look at Zunisha and it's like, who is that parallel? Like maybe Chopper because the Minks are there. But, I mean, Chopper's not a giant freaking elephant that walks mindlessly. Like, there's no, you know, it's not like Chopper has a point where, ooh, look, his nose is like Zunisha. Or, oh my god, that's like a Zunisha level attack. Like, I don't know.
Yo, you're on. I mean, people have talked about this, but you saying it right now, it just hit my brain. The punishment that Zunisha has, 100% the community will put on Chopper for not healing Wano in the egregious. That's the crime he committed. He didn't heal them, and so he's forced to carry them for the rest of eternity. Yo, that's straight up. You must carry Okobore Town on your shoulders for the crimes of ignoring their pains as a doctor. Yo, that's straight up Zunisha's crime, bro.
I mean, you know, I guess you could also say that Chopper did play a big role with Zunisha because Chopper found like the mink medicine thing for the minks. He is the reason why the minks are still alive even. He also loves, like genuinely loves that girl who is a reindeer as well. So it's like maybe that's like Chopper's through line, but it's not as like direct as Frankie.
Damn, what's her name? It's not Wanda. Wanda's the dog one.
Yeah, I don't remember her name either.
Yeah, damn, we forgot Chopper's girl, bro. I'm surprised they haven't made like duo merch with that. You know, they should milk that.
No, you got to make it look like Chopper's still available. You know,
available for none of his merch is selling because he's available.
Yeah, if they give like Chopper a canon girlfriend, then who's gonna buy the merch anymore? Come on.
I think more people might buy the merch. People get feral, bro. They see that ring on your finger and they're like, "Ooh, that doesn't mean no." You know, that's a thing.
Yeah. They're gonna see Chopper and his girl and they're like, "Whoa, like it is now. I want to buy the merch." Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, that's the forbidden fruit. You know, they got to do that with Chopper. They've been milking this wholesome, innocent. No, we got to get like, fuckboy Chopper out there.
This was foreshadowed in the Bible.
Okay.
Oh man. Let me see here. Where were we? Oh yeah, Killingham. So we got a vagabond drill, the Dexter attack, and then Stephen Paul added Crush to the attack name. Interesting.
Huh.
Yeah, it's usually just Konkase, like, you know, Sanji will just list out food or, you know, parts that you'd cut. But now it's just like he had the Crush in here. Interesting.
Oh, is that what that is? I thought that was just French for concussion. But that makes sense too. It's a French dish too. Concasse.
Concasse just means crushes, which means it's just French for crushed actually.
Huh. So he just wrote crush.
Yeah, so Stephen Paul wrote crushed crush essentially. Huh.
W. Stephen Paul? Let's go.
Usually it's just like cooking techniques.
Yeah, Weaving Paul.
Weaving wall. There we go.
Yeah, Weaving wall with that crush Ifrit Jambe.
So kind of nuts. You see that Frankie actually decapitates this lindworm.
Yeah.
Like, the punch is so strong, it cut off its head. Is this a
war
crime?
Does it not look like an after image? It looks like an after image now. Now that we got the official cleaned up, it looking like an after image of Frankie. He's zooming, bro. You can see the shoulders. You can even see the horns on the head there. It looks like an after image. Guys, in the panel, right next to where Killingham's face is crushed, the next panel over, above the lindworm, right here. Tell me that is not an after image of Frankie moving at the speed of light, bro. It looks like the same thing, and then boom. I'm telling you, Frankie's moving different. I mean, we know he's moving different.
I don't think that's an after image, man.
Different. All right, fine. It's probably not. But
I think that's just part of the body that's getting destroyed of the snake.
Watch, the anime is gonna animate like with the new.
You know, it's kind of funny. Wait. Go down to the bottom left panel. You can see that thing that you think is an after image. It's just part of the snake.
No, we don't know that because then you'd have to say like, where did Zeus go? You know what I mean? Like, we don't see Zeus there. So like that could just be like a shadow
like the way the body's destroyed. It's like this. What you're looking at is part of the body.
Yeah, but you know, Zeus is right there too, so it could be a shadow because clouds make it cloudy.
No, man. Like, you're trying really hard to push this Frankie after image thing. So, guys, just to keep in mind, on the live stream, Par did not notice that Zeus was even here. He thought that was Frankie's fart. So, do you want to take that man's word at face value and say that's an after image? I don't think you want to take it. I love Par. Fair, I do not think that this is a bet you guys like fall onto. Please don't do it.
If you didn't see Zeus's face, he does look fart cloud shaped. Okay.
What about the dialogue that says "Wow"? Whoa.
That was the after image.
That was the after image talking, huh? Yeah. Okay.
No, I thought that could be Frankie being, whoa, look at how strong I am now, you know? He went Dexter, whoa. Perfect. It's perfect.
So, we're now in the Western Village, and we're getting one of Par's favorite plot points. What's up?
I mean, we have to address this, right? Jinbei's number 4 in the crew is Frankie, because Jinbei did not tear the snake. There's no ripples, there's no tearing, but Frankie just straight up decapitated the snake. Is Frankie above Jinbei in this moment, or is he equal? Is he the new number 4, or is he a close 5, or are they tied? Where do you put that?
I'd say Frankie's a close 5.
Close 5. Ooh.
But the thing is that Jinbei's not trying to like destroy the monster. He's trying to simply push Zeus out of the monster. So Vagabond Drill makes a lot of sense here.
And Jinbei has stronger like fist moves, right? Because Vagabond Drill isn't as strong as he has like 50,000 brick shattering stuff like
and
that,
we don't know how high these fishmen can count. So it could go up to 1 million for all we know.
Yeah. I'd love that. So in this moment, do you think that their punches are equal, or Frankie's is much stronger? Frankie's is much stronger?
If we were to compare Vagabond Drill to Strong Right Dexter, I'd say Dexter wins.
Okay.
With pure destruction,
You just did right. You did Strong Right. It's just Dexter.
Oh, I'm copying Stephen Paul.
Oh, weave in. Woo!
Yeah.
Weave in.
It's the Crusher coming out.
Yeah, I think the right is stronger, which is just crazy because like, I mean, like they're both disrespectful to Big Mom, but it's like the boys, like it's like the measurement. Like Frankie drove on her face, and now we're here. I feel like could Frankie's this strong right, and if Big Mom threw a punch, Frankie might go blow for blow on that one.
I'd say so, yeah. I'll agree with you there. I think if Frankie's using Strong Right Dexter, and he adds like another right in there, Big Mom's cooked. I mean, granted, we don't know like okay. We don't know how long this power up lasts, so you know there are still some stipulations there. You know, do we need to fire every single time to like, you know, power Frankie up? Can he use Sun God Nika fire? We don't know. Oh, maybe he just puts Prometheus in there and he drinks Prometheus.
Yeah, that'd be... Oh, that's crazy.
Big Mom nerf and Frankie buff. It's over, dude.
You can convert her soul energy, probably. Omni... Yeah, Omni Drain.
Yeah, see, that the problem with naming it Omni Drain is that you assume it's going to drain every single thing out there.
Yeah. Dude, putting Frankie on that boat, that changes. It's so weird because it's like, yes, it makes Frankie stronger, but it's not strong enough for like the monster trio yet. But it is like insane to think about. It is definitely insane. And then obviously, like we added, he is Pacifista strong. And we saw Kuma in just his Pacifista and a string of a will, he was able to punch Saturn like across the map, you know? Like Frankie could do that now. Theoretically.
Like, oh my god, imagine you land this on Saturn. Oh, his body would be gone. Saturn wouldn't make it.
Substitute that. Yeah, it's straight up that. I mean, the difference is Kuma somehow pulled out Haki, but give that to Frankie right now. Boom, crazy.
Oh, dude, how does Frankie's doing all this without any Haki at all? We need to just give some of these Straw Hats Haki, man. Like, I don't get why Oda's holding it back. It doesn't have to be like a massive upgrade either. It's just crazy looking at Frankie and saying, yeah, he has no observation, he has no armament. Like, that doesn't feel right.
Yeah, and I know people want to say just give him Sea Stone thing, but especially at this point in the story, it's not just Sea Stone because Haki does so much more. Like fighting the God Knights, Sea Stone doesn't help you there. You know, it's literally Haki, and it's not just any Haki, but the fact that Frankie has 0 of it is just like, huh? And to that point, like you're saying, like we don't know how long this power up lasts. Do you think that like at next chapter he's just going to be tuckered out, or do you think that he's going to? Yeah, I feel like he's gonna be on cocaine for the rest of the arc.
Yeah, I hope Frankie stays like this. Like we're at that point where this should just be a permanent upgrade.
Yeah, well, I don't know about permanent, but like he has access to it permanently.
Oh yeah, that's a better way to put it.
Yeah.
Permanent access, and just imagine fighting somebody of this caliber, Frankie level, no Haki at all. Like Frankie's last opponent, Sasuke had Haki. And I guess it's one of those things where, like, Oda wants to keep the Straw Hats unique and special. Because, they all are. Like, across the board, the Straw Hats, they're very versatile with their fighting styles. So maybe that's why Oda does want to make it all feel samey by giving everybody Haki. But we're at that point where it's just, like, it's almost absurd to think that Frankie doesn't have that willpower.
Yeah. Frankie, as a kid, fought a train, guys. That is insane willpower for his adoptive dad. Like, I don't even think like Kid Luffy or Kid Ace, they'd be like, yeah, no, yeah, I'm not doing that. My guy went to the middle of the ocean, stood in front of a freight train, and tried to sumo wrestle it. Yeah, that's crazy. That's kid level, Eustace kid level insanity. But you give it a pass because he's a kid. But he actually survived it and fought and floated and then saved himself afterwards, which is like, yeah, that's willpower. I don't know how else to cut that one. That's what you call Haki, in my opinion. So it's just kind of waiting for it. And I agree with you. Like, it's just, I feel like we could have just gave it to him. We could have he'd be like, what is this power? And it's like, oh, that's your Haki. It's like, what? And then Lilith hits us with like, oh, you probably couldn't use your Haki because you've been on soda. Like, you've been on the worst fuel source. You've been actively poisoning yourself the entire time. And he's just like, shit. And then, boom, we get this, upgrade. It gives him Haki. Not gives him Haki, but allows him to not like constantly nerf himself.
He could tap in
which
more.
I think is I feel like it's a valid way, because then you think about it like this. It would be like Rock Lee putting weights on himself. That would be what Frankie has done his entire life. He's been putting it's like giving yourself heart disease. That's And then you're like, wait a second, I don't need to. And then your body, like if you're already strong and already this buff, and you're like your arteries were clogged, and then you just unclog them, you would be feeling like you're on steroids. Like for sure, you would be feeling like a superhuman if you were like Dwayne the Rock Johnson strong and you had clogged arteries throughout your entire body because you just been pumping up soda. And then a doctor comes along the way. It's like, sir, have you tried blood? And
so we could save you.
Yeah. Hey, is that another Chopper L? Is that now that I think about it, Chopper never looked at Frankie like, soda? You sure?
Brother, we can get you on something better.
Yo, straight up, no one wants to talk about that one in this chapter. Chopper should have been the first one to look at Frankie and be like, brother, you're poisoning yourself. And then Frankie hits us with like, yeah, I mean, I'm not a doctor, you know? Like, that's
diagnose
the easy
me
route for Frankie. Yeah. Damn, Chopper. Ooh, I don't want to give the Chopper haters another L, but I've never heard that one. This chapter should bloom that one.
They're not hating Chopper enough.
Yeah, damn. They need more hate. That's
their hate is still weak.
Yeah. They need a hockey bloom that hate. Ugh. So now we're at the best part of the chapter.
Yeah, right? this part of the chapter, what's the best way to put it? I think this chapter, because of this moment, it went from, I'd say like a top 20 chapter to a top 5 of all time.
Ooh.
Yeah,
of all time.
The way we handled Domi Reversi, I think just across the board, everybody loves it.
Oh yeah, I love it. I don't know about top 5, but I do like what we got and how we got it. Let me see this translation.
Yeah. Gotta get the Stephen Paul stamp.
Yeah, he goes, "Are you in there, Dory? Just barely, brogy. I'm living through my deepest shame."
I like how we skipped past the first page, by the way. Sorry to cut you off. We just skipped the first page because it's like all filler. It's like, just giants fighting. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
Who cares?
Hurling insults. I don't believe at my beloved Chief Yarul. If I were to take his head, it would shame my family for Wait, they got kids? These two too? They abandoned their family for hundreds of...
Okay, here's the thing. Oimo is a grandfather, and Oimo is like 50 years younger than these guys.
Yeah, but he only left for like 20 years because he didn't do the whole 50 years. Dorian Brogy almost hit that century, bro. They straight up said, yeah, dude, I cannot... They literally said, what's 100 years to us? Bro, you would miss the entire childhood of your children, grandchildren, great-grandchildren. This is insane. These guys are hooligans. Anyways. Yeah, it can't happen. Is this what they said in the thing? Why do I feel like
it doesn't feel right?
Never have come to this. Yeah, something. Taking his head would stain our honor for Oh yeah, this is different. Whoa. Wait, hold on. Okay, TCB goes, "We're in utter disgrace. How could we ever allow such mindless insults against an esteemed elder like Jarl to cross our lips? Taking his head would stain our honor for generations." That is very different than "it would shame my family for generations."
Oh, man.
One is implying something very different. Where's Dorian Brogy's children? Why aren't they fighting?
They weren't at the school, were they?
No, they.
I feel like their kids wouldn't be at the school.
If Oimo's a grandfather, these guys have to be great grandfathers, right? Like they're in the same boat as Harold.
Yeah, something like that. Or maybe they have kids like on other islands. Like what if they go to an island that's just like ugh.
So what would they care about the stain on their children are already dirty blooded.
Yeah, they're already bastards. Come on.
Right. It never should have come to this. Yeah, it can't happen. I don't know. Something about this translation just feels wholly off.
Feels kind of nasty, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does feel a little funny, a little nasty. Of course, we'll never give in to demons. Of course we are. We'll never yield to. Okay, so now we line back up. Oh my
what?
God, Sai, are you seeing this? Oh, it gets cut off on the.
We die with pride. Okay,
There's
yeah, it does get cut
left
off
for us, but to die with pride. When we die with pride.
Yeah, the way the Viz cuts it, it looks like they just say, "When we die, we die." And I was like, "Wait, what?"
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, thank God.
Yeah, that would have been a Hall of Famer in the other direction.
Yeah, that would have been something. Jeez.
We are warriors of Elbaf. We are, yeah, okay, so that one's straightforward. And then TCB hits us with the turn, and Viz hits us with the swoop. Okay, got it.
Different.
Got it. Yeah, captains, chiefs. But yeah, the when we die with pride. There's nothing left for us but to die. I like the TCB there. But yeah, this lot of. I mean, the interesting part came before that. Apparently, guys, Dory and Brogy have families that we have been missing. We're gonna find out that they're great grandparents, and they just abandoned their family for a century. And that would it. Oh, Sigh.
What's up?
That is why. They're best friends with Shanks. The deadbeat dad crew just keeps on expanding.
Oh, yeah? Yeah.
It's perfect. It's beautiful. They called him, like, what did they call? They called him, like, Captain, right?
I don't know what they called Shanks. I think they were just, like, friends. I don't remember, like, the exact name, but they were buddy with Shanks. And Shanks and his gang, all deadbeat dads, Dory and Brogy, exact same thing.
Oda made a whole movie about Shanks being a deadbeat. No, not deadbeat, but like, at least he came back to stop the demons. Yeah, that's crazy. It's just also funny, the revelations, like, so to kill the demons, we have to kill them. But obviously the weight of it is that these are their friends, so they care about them. But yeah, very, very interesting. Yarul hitting us with then that means. This must mean if they die, they stop being demons.
Even the most mangled corpse is the picture of health when you flip it over. Yeah. So, full HP.
What?
Even the most mangled corpse is the picture of health when you flip it over, huh?
Okay, you know what, Steven? This is like when you try to rewrite a fortune cookie and you try to make it sound super deep. That makes no sense. I don't know what Stephen Paul is trying to go with there.
Yeah.
That sounds like a Confucius says. Even the most mangled corpse is the picture of health when you flip. No, it's not. No, it's not. It's still a mangled corpse.
Just let it fly at this point. Just let it fly. Who are we to question guys, Mr. Official?
Dude, the Viz official readers love hot, steaming ass, bro. I don't know how you read this and be like, yeah, that makes sense. Like, I'm going to ask my best friend, did you read the officials? And I'm like, yeah. And I'm like, what did you think about that last line about the mangled corpse? Is that a saying?
Yeah, how many times have you heard that?
Yeah, even the most mangled I'm gonna go upstairs to my wife and just she's gonna hurt me for saying something like this. This sounds awful. Like, oh my God. Our gruesome corpses weren't a pretty sight for even the TCB acknowledges that, like, it's horrible. It's a horrible thing for you guys to see. But it seems our bodies, or your body, returns to working shape the moment you're flipped back. Thank you, TCB, for giving me some sanity there. That's crazy.
Woo! All we have to do is inflict fatal damage to turn them back to normal, like chopping their heads off or running them through the heart. Come on, these are our comrades. We can't do that, can we? It's a real shame. It pains me inside, a real heartbreaker. But don't take it personally, but prepare to die. Ooh, Stanson's laying down the hammer, dude.
Yeah. I like how hired in my chest aches too, a real heartbreaker. And then Hiruden's gonna do nothing. Can he beat
he can. Look, dude, Hiruden is bigger than Dorian Broggie.
What? Oh my god. I just auto-corrected. You're right.
Yeah.
No. He's standing on something.
Yeah, he's standing on the dead bodies of everybody around him.
Okay, so he's not taller. Dorian and Broggie are standing on the ground. You can see their hips. Hiruden's straight up standing on like a block or something.
No,
in the background.
I don't think he is.
Dude, his legs are not that long. Look at how high his hip is.
You're crazy.
His hip is at Brogy's shoulder. There's no way he's that big. His kneecaps are at his hip.
Why do you hate Hiruden so much that you're taking away his height now?
No, I'm not. He just didn't get the leg extension surgery. Isn't that just like
disrespectful, man?
No, that would mean that he got the leg extension surgery. That's what you would look like if you got that. Your lower leg extends and you end up like disproportionate. That's why it's like you can only do like 5 centimeters or something like that. Or 5.
No, Hiruden just got taller, man. It's as simple as that, brother.
Yeah, he got taller. No, there's no need to hold back. All we have to do is inflict fatal damage to turn them. The crazy part is that realistically, Stanson and Hiruden, their brutality is so much worse right now because they don't have swords. Like Dorian Broggie can slash, kill, one hit. They have to brutally punch these guys to death to get the effect. Hiruden has to maul one of these guys.
He's gonna be walking around like Zetsu from Naruto, just like through the heart and everything.
If he's not doing that, he's not competing at all. Because like they have to hand him a weapon, or they're gonna have to watch Hiruden like brutalize the giant pirates. Like, why aren't you dying?
Get out of here!
Oh god. Oh jeez. You hate to see it from Zoro. That's a good line. I like that one. I like the way that one. You hate to see it. It doesn't make sense, but it's very modern.
It feels very modern. Like it feels good reading Zoro's line, like it's just putting on a glove or something.
Hey, get the children inside. Get all the kids back home. They shouldn't be here to watch their parents be mauled to death. Yeah, isn't that funny? It's the opposite, right? Like with the kids, it's like we could not kill them. We could not touch them. We have to sacrifice our own bodies. With the parents, it's no. Kill them until they're dead again. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah, let's not have the kids witness their parents dying and being decapitated, which, I've seen a lot of people actually say that they think Rocksteady Xebec is alive coming off of this chapter.
No, but that'd be, then they're just not reading the manga, right? Because we saw Garling walk up with 2 other Holy Knights, and we saw Rocks give up because of the weight of their aura.
Don't tell me this.
I mean, you told me this on my stream, and now I'm telling this.
Don't tell me this, man. Yeah, I don't think Rocksteady Xebec is alive. I mean, I feel he got killed, man.
That'd be awful. That'd be so awful for everybody. That'd be awful for him. That'd be awful for his crew. If anything, if that were the case, you know, it'd be like Batman the Red Mask, where Robin gets like killed. And Batman never, spoilers, but this is like a 15-year-old movie thing. Robin gets killed by the Joker. Batman like mourns his death and wants to save him, but then he like only looks for a day. Robin comes back as the Red Mask and completely like sabotages like all of Batman's like missions and stuff like that, and starts going after Batman as revenge for not like trying to save him more, not trying harder or stuff like that. One of my favorite movies. And I'm messing up the plot because it's been like 15 years. But that would honestly be what Rock should do, because he got handled by Roger and Garp when it should have been his own crew, and his own crew shouldn't have just walked out on him. Like they straight up abandoned the crew, abandoned the island, abandoned him. He was alive, and what he got to see was Rayleigh and Scopper running, Captain, are you okay? Oh, that's our enemy Garp. No, it's fine, take Garp too. And then he got to see his rival take up their mortal enemy Garp, and not Rocks, who's right there. And all Rocks in his dying moments. Where's
I mean, the thing is, if they got Rocks, they'd have to fight Garland,
Kaido?
which nobody wants to do that, right?
I mean, I
don't know, man. Garland's kind of scary.
Considering Rayleigh hit Sommers one hit and Sommers was gone for 4 chapters, I think Rayleigh and Scopper, considering Scopper said that the Holy Knights constantly died on him later on.
It wasn't Garling, though. Wasn't my guy Garling.
Yeah, considering Garling never went himself to pick up his own child, I think Garling was remembering what Rocks did to him. And listen, the thing is, Rocks probably only stayed down because he saw 3 of them. I want to bet that the reason why 3 of them walked up was Garling's like, please, you have to come with me. You have to aura farm with me. It's not gonna go well if I go myself.
I just love that you have to aura farm, guys. If you're coming, you're coming looking hot.
The way they walked up and Rocks saw them upside down, that was aura. It doesn't matter how silly. Yeah, it was aura. That the anime is gonna make that look so sick. It's gonna be
they're gonna have like their own theme song too.
Yeah, it's gonna be the Straw Hats walking up on Arlong Park, but it's Garling in the voice coming to poke Rocks in the neck one time. Dude, that's so funny. They need to do that.
Dude, the streets are saying that Garling took out full HP Rocks, man.
Dude, they need to have Garling put a hat on that one Holy Knight that died to Rocks and say, I got this, or you just need to ask for my help. And then they walk, and then you just see Sommers like posted up like this, and then like Maffy cleaning a sword like Zoro, and then they start walking up to Rocks, and then there's this. just one of
just one of those.
Yeah. No hockey, nothing. Imagine that. They did it with no hockey and Rocks is like resisting. And just like, you need to try harder than that, please.
No. Oh, with that amount of aura farming, I think that like you can assume they had hockey Rocks behind it.
Yeah. Or Rocks just gave up. Yeah, I think it's weird because we saw Rocks bloodied up. If we didn't see Rocks still bloodied up, then I think this could line up really well. And the point being is that Rocks was like his motivations were defeated because he lost his family. I could see him not wanting to get up, him giving up in the first place. But even then, the dialogue was kind of like, "Oh, am I gonna make it out of here alive? Lucky me!" And then he looked up, and then he saw the 3 Holy Knights, and he's like, "Nope, never mind."
I love the way you say it. Lucky me! Yay, I'm gonna live. No,
yeah, I mean that's kind of what it sounded like. He's a silly. Rocks is no one can convince me. Rocks is a funny dude. Like I feel like he would be a riot. Like so funny to be around. I don't know.
If you're a pirate on his crew, yeah, I bet so.
Yeah, that might be half. It's like Luffy. Luffy's hilarious, like half the reason why like Robin, Sanji, like some of the more serious characters, at least at the start of them too, they got whittled down by how silly and goofy Luffy was. Like Robin's at a point that Luffy just responds to her and she starts giggling, laughing with her hand in front, and it's just like 100% the Rocks crew had stuff like that. Rocks was saying stuff, Stussy, and it wasn't like a romantic thing like Robin Luffy, but it was still like, nah, he funny. You know what I mean? Like he's a cool guy to be around.
How much of it is like out of obligation? They're like, oh yeah, well I mean Luffy saved me, I have to like laugh.
Oh, Luffy's Robin's. You want to live? Do I have to laugh at your jokes too?
Yeah, like imagine that. Like Luffy just hangs it over her head. Just like, hey, don't forget, I saved you from Eni's lobby, Robin.
Where would you be without my jokes?
I gotta
was telling
laugh.
them all throughout the arc. These jokes saved your life,
it's like
Robin.
Dark Luffy, like Dark Anaki Godoy.
Yeah. He wears shoes too, this Luffy.
Yeah, Usopp tries to do something. No, remember, Usopp, you're only here to make us look weak. Ha ha ha. You can't actually do anything here.
To bring down our average bounty, Usopp.
Yeah, make them underestimate us, Usopp.
It's actually not a bad, like, get a new crew, get like a 100 berry bounty thing, and then that would permanently tank your crew's reputation. Oh, they're just a 500 million berry bounty crew, not averaging 1 billion berry bounty like they are right now. Well, they're not all averaging, but
yeah,
close enough. Chopper's the tank. Chopper tanks it. Shout outs.
Chopper, we still needed like a real bounty for him, huh?
Yeah, I mean, hey, we need an explanation of why it is so low. It makes no sense considering like monster point is a thing,
There's a chance we're never gonna get that explanation, but I hope there is. I hope it's like Dr. Kureha's like helping him out.
Yeah. That'd be sick. As a holy knight.
Yeah, holy knight. As a holy knight or celestial dragon, she's like, hey, don't give my son that crazy bounty.
Yeah, let him cook.
Yeah, it's my Chopper. When
can we stop? Yeah.
Imagine a God Knight sees Chopper and they're about to attack, but they stop because they're like, whoa, wait, we can't take this one.
Yeah, they smell Kureha's abyss mark on him.
Which, I mean, funny enough, Chopper hasn't really ran into the God Knights yet. He's seen them, but they haven't seen him, and he hasn't fought them.
Yeah. So he was like close to Sommers, but he didn't see him.
Yeah. Technically. And we can't even say that, right? Like Sommers, he's one-track minded.
Yeah, he's not the same as the other Holy Knights.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So something's up with that. I think we're gonna learn something with good old Chopper when he meets the God Knights.
Yeah. All in all, pretty good chapter. Straightforward, short.
Yeah.
In the essence of like what happens. ODC, Domi Reversi. Pretty straightforward.
Domi Reversi, I feel like that's a very like hot topic because it's like generally people aren't the biggest fans of it. And I get it. I mean, it seems a little bit silly right now, especially because Rox got done in by it. But you could just say Rox's Domi Reversi was different because he didn't flip into the ground. Like maybe Emu Tentacle does something a little bit different than this. But yeah,
that's what I was saying. I was saying the like this is a thing that like even I feel like even in Harry Potter, but in anime and manga, like when you do a spell without the incantation or without the book or by the book, it ends up alternating or it's a little bit different. That's throughout, even like jobless reincarnation. There's stuff like that, like without saying the incantation, which happened with Rocks, right? It was physical and there was no like contract being made. So like in this case, it was a book. There was a mark on the ground. They flipped them. And it's contagious, which we can't say for certain with the Rock situation, but we can say that there's 38 years in between. So who's to say that there weren't upgrades or downgrades? Not downgrades, but like different variations. It could be that the one that Rox got is like a higher version that Emu used on someone stronger versus this one. It was literally like crowd control, fodderization. And that could be an interesting thing, right? Like some Domi Reversis are different. That wouldn't be a bad idea, especially because right now we're at the level where these are fodder kind of like now you give Zoro the green light to kill all the giant pirates, he can. And that just makes the Domi Reversis fodder. So then the way you go about it would be make levels to it. Kind of a little bit like the Beast Pirates, like there were waiters, gifters, headliners.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't be upset if there was a version of that. The only thing is like Dory and Brogy were the strongest of the Domi Reversis here. So it's like if their Domi Reversi, all you have to do is kill them and then you're fine, then I guess it would have to just be on Emu's end where it's just like doing the spell differently means different results. And then maybe there's like a visual difference because we still don't know the colors yet. Maybe it's like, okay, like as an example, like if they're red, I'm not saying that they are, but if they're red, then the red ones you can kill, but let's say that there's blue ones. The blue ones you can't kill. You have to like undo the spell. You have to put mass behind it or something. Which, yeah, like again, we haven't seen the colors, but I wouldn't be surprised if Oda made them colorful. Kind of like Ice Oni's made them, you know, a different, like they made them ice.
Shouts
so like
to Ice
here,
Oni.
change their skin color, make them like the numbers maybe.
How do you feel about the theory that Loki's going to get Domi Reversi'd and Zoro's going to have to cut off his head to recreate the Ryuma scene not once, but a second time? Because we already had that with the Punk Hazard. Yeah, are you a fan of that idea, and why are you a fan of that idea?
That's an interesting one. If Loki gets Domi Reversi'd and it can get undone by killing him and Zoro kills him in one hit, I feel like that's way too fantastical. But it's possible Zoro kills Loki. That takes ZKL to a whole different stratosphere.
Yeah.
Zoro kills Kaido. Oh no, yeah, can we do that so that the Zoro kills Kaido people can stop finally? Because they finally get the dragon.
Stop, please.
The whole thing started with the whole dragon thing. That like, oh, Zoro's gonna chop off Kaido's head because he's a dragon to do the Ryuma thing. That's like one of the one of the original parts of that insane cult-like behavior. And so I wouldn't be that upset if they did something like that where it's like, you know, Zoro kills. No, it doesn't make sense. Stop. It does. Nah, it's too much. Like,
yeah, it's a little too much. Loki's
so strong. Yeah, and he's like continent. I don't know, guys. I don't know. Maybe. But then we're doing a lot there because then it's like Loki gets Domi Reversi, that's one. But then he can also use his Devil Fruit as a Domi Reversi, that's two. And then why would Zoro be dealing with it? That's three. You know, wouldn't Luffy be dealing with it?
You think so?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I could see, because Domi Reversi solves so easily, I could see people getting Domi Reversi'd more. Because at first it's like, yeah, like, you know, like, how do we solve this? And now, like, that it's the simple answer of just cutting off a head. It's like, oh, I mean, we're chilling now. It's not super threatening.
He would have to be in human form. He couldn't be Domi Reversi'd in dragon form. Because then the whole island would flip.
Yeah.
So,
well, I mean, for Domi Reversi, you need like two people, so.
No, I'm saying like when Dory and Brogy flipped like the ground around them.
Oh, like, I see what you mean. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah. At least if that's what happened there, and it's not like it looks like the ground flips too.
Yeah, the ground like literally flips. Man, if only it went back like a couple more seconds so Brogy could get his hand back.
What if it's... Yeah, that's true. What if it's not that they need to die? What if it's that they need to fall flat on their face? Because when I remember Rocks also ended up on his back. And Dory and Brogy, they both fell face. They fell face forward. And so, like, maybe getting them on the ground. It's kind of like the Katakuri thing. You know, like, Katakuri never fell on his back. And, like, and then that was a whole thing. And then he's like, no, Luffy, I've actually done this before. Or something like that. Like, I do sleep on my back sometimes. But it's sleeping. Like, that's like the Conqueror thing. Like, the whole thing that the Big Mom Pirates had was like, oh, Katakuri's the big brother. He's never been conquered before. He's never even fallen. Never on his back, never on his butt. And maybe that's what this is. Like, they both... Oda did kind of emphasize that they both fell flat, face flat. And then they flipped. And they ended up on their back, kind of like Rocks.
I wouldn't mind it.
Yeah.
I think the one problem is that next chapter, if they're going around, like, actually killing people, then it's like, what if they don't, like, land, you know...
Yeah.
Front, then they're actually just killing giants.
Or it might not kill. They might be able to regenerate. It just doesn't flip them back. Like it doesn't turn. They might find. I would like it that it's not just as simple as just lopping off their heads. It's not just like zombies. But I'm not saying that my version of it is right. I'm just saying that like it would be interesting for them to like go through their plan and then find out that there's more to it than just that. Like maybe like in Dory and Brogy's case, they did it to each other. Like they accepted it. Like that's not the same thing as Zoro just running through mauling all of them, right? So maybe there's something there. But who knows? Who knows? Maybe next chapter. We do have break week, so this could be a moment where
love break
we find out a little twist in it. Yeah, I do love break week.
Thank you, Oda, for the break week.
Things too. Yeah. Shout outs to break week.
Before we head out, we actually got the One Piece popularity poll?
Yes.
We got the results for the top 5 from each country or each segment around the world. In Japan, surprise, surprise, guess who's number 1?
Loki?
No. Loki? Wait, Luffy? Really?
I don't know. I mean, you said in Japan. I thought you were saying because they were in manga and Loki's like super hype right now.
No. Number 1 in Japan is Zoro.
Mckenyu.
Yeah, shoutouts Zoro, number 1. Number 2 is Luffy. Number 3 is Sanji. 4 is Law. And 5 is Ace. Ace, still carrying a lot of cachet in Japan, yeah?
Yeah.
So in
Ace.
Asia, Luffy's number 1, Zoro's number 2, Sanji's 3, Nami 4, Ace 5, Oceania, Luffy number 1, Zoro number 2, Sanji number 3, Law number 4, Robin number 5, couple of gooners, I like that, I respect it. North America, Luffy, Sanji above Zoro. So yes, Luffy, Sanji, Zoro, Robin, and then Law. Wow, okay, you're seeing a lot of the repeat characters here, right? Pretty much Luffy, Zoro, Sanji, and then Robin, Law, Ace. They're all making appearances. Latin America, Luffy, Latin America, also Sanji number 2, Zoro number 3, Robin 4, again, Law 5. Europe, Luffy. Oh, wow. Europe is a little bit different. So Luffy 1, Zoro 2, Sanji 3, Nami 4, but first time mention, but Roxy Xebec at number 5 in Europe. Yeah, Roxy Xebec making an appearance. Middle East. Middle East and Europe, they love Roxy Xebec. So Middle East, Luffy 1, Zoro 2, Sanji 3, Roxy Xebec 4, Nami 5, and then now lastly, Africa.
Why did you say that and laugh?
Luffy 1, Zoro 2, Sanji 3, Rox 4. Again, Rox is cool there. But first time mention on the list, Shanks, number 5. Africa loves Shanks. I just think that's a funny statistic to like put up there. Like, yeah, Africa loves this guy.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, not bad.
Celestial Dragon made it to top 5.
Wow, so the only area where Zoro won number 1 is Japan. Again, showing the Japanese love Zoro, man.
I wonder why.
I mean, katanas, 3-sword style, like green hair. He is the Japanese on the crew. Mckenyu. I don't think Mckenyu's as big of a factor as you keep on like mentioning him out to be. But I think Zoro's he's just cool.
I think Mckenyu brings in the girl factor, right? A little bit more. Like Zoro already had the ladies, but like Mckenyu's like
a little
tangible
bit
ladies.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know how Mckenyu stacks up in like Japanese like general standards. I'm sure it's high, but I mean I bet there's a lot of like other Japanese male actors that girls like go crazy for Japan.
Oda probably brings him around because his wife likes Mckenyu too.
No comment on that. I have no idea. But yeah, I mean, I feel like Zoro being so popular makes sense when you think about like a manga like Kagurabachi. It's just like cool character, kind of always aura farming, slightly funny. Like I can see people in Japan saying like, yeah, like Zoro's like the main character for us, man.
Yeah. Yeah. Zoro has always had main character energy. I think this arc is like one of the best arcs to put Zoro on a pedestal too. Cause I've really liked his dialogue. I've loved like the part he's been in all the parts. Like, you know what I mean? Sanji's he wasn't there for the Loki part at the, the beginning.
And it so wasn't at the castle. Like,
yeah. So Sanji's not really Zoro's been there. Zoro's been everywhere. And his dialogue has always been pretty spot on during Elbaf. So this is a good arc to like Zoro. Definitely good times.
And the fit's kind of cool too. I don't know. Elbaf fits are so interesting.
Kid didn't make it.
Kid, yeah, Eustace Kid.
Yeah.
Hey, wait till the next one. Next popularity poll, Kid's gonna make the list once he comes back.
What was top 10 Japan and North America?
It doesn't show top 10 yet. This is just week 1. So after, it officially ends in May, believe it or not. This is a 2-month poll.
Oh, so I still have a chance to vote?
Yeah, you have a chance to vote. I've been voting for Barbell.
Voting for it? Like you can vote multiple days?
Yeah, you can vote once a day.
I've never voted, so I've never in the One Piece poll. I've never voted in there. I learned about it like when I became a creator, and then just I feel like every time I've missed it, but now it sounds silly now that you said it's a 2-month.
I like how you say that you've missed it every single time. This is the second poll they've ever done.
Oh, okay. So that's okay. See, I just never voted, so then I just assumed it's a yearly thing, and so I'm just like, I guess I always miss it.
It's one of those things that popularity poll ever.
Gotcha.
Worldwide. They've done smaller ones in Japan, but this is like worldwide second time.
Oh, we get our voice counts.
Yeah.
This time. Yeah. This guys, this is important. Definitely put your votes in. Reason why is because Oda has literally reflected it on the story where he was just like, yeah, Law was really popular. I didn't expect that. So then we got like entire decade of Law. So it's like, I'm not saying to vote for Bogard, and I'm not saying you can vote for Bogard because he's not on the list, but definitely vote Barbell because apparently he's on that list. If we get Barbell to top 100, he is the man marked by Flames. 100,000%.
No, I think if it's okay. The thing is that Barbell is probably a character that Oda does not want to win.
Oh, yeah. That's even better. He didn't want Law to win either, and then we got a decade of him. So he doesn't want Barbell to win. Even more power to us. Guys, you heard it here. Vote Barbell. Get him up there. Sai's been voting him every single day. Show your support for your favorite YouTuber.
You don't have to do it, no. I don't like pushing people to vote for a character. So you can vote for Barbell if you want, but don't do it out of me though. Like don't do it for me. I'm not encouraging it. Let's just say my vote is going to Barbell.
I'm only saying because Bogard isn't there. And as far as characters that are relevant, right? Like Scopper. Do you think that if we voted more, okay, maybe not Scopper. No, I guess like Scopper, Rayleigh, if they were higher up, do you think that Oda would feel inclined to bring them more into the story?
100%.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, guys,
I
vote
do think
Scopper,
that
Rayleigh.
like this does do something. Like it does matter. Like the Law thing that you just mentioned. Like if a random if it's not a meme, right? If it's like, Choo Choo the dog or Whoop Slap, I don't think Oda really gives a fuck about that because he knows it's all a joke.
Yeah.
But if it's like a genuine character that Oda could realistically bring in a real way, I think he'd like add more to them when they appear.
Yeah, for sure. Oda's the king of doing that too. Look at what he did with Jolly Roger. Come on, guys. He can do anything.
Yeah.
You can do anything, guys.
I just love the fact that Bogard's not here, dude. That's so funny.
That's because he doesn't need to be there.
So here's the thing. They include pretty much every background character. I feel like...
Yeah, I know.
No, I feel like Bogard's here, but since the name isn't canon, it's just like Marine something, like random Marine. I don't know.
They named him in the live action. His name not being there is intentional. And the fact that the random, like, I saw someone post up videos of like, wow, I'm gonna cover all the very obscure characters, and they went through like this random dude that's in the background one time, and then I find out that Bogard's not on this list, and I'm just like, okay, so that just, you know what it is, guys? I'll hit you with the ultimate cope. Oda does not care what you think about Bogard. He's going to make him as important as he feels. And considering Oda has brought back Bogard after 17 years, that should tell you enough. That should tell you enough.
There's even an article saying that he's not in the worldwide poll. He wasn't in the first one. He's not in the second one. That's so funny. F Bogard.
Hey, and all I'm saying is that 3 months after my video, Bogard comes back after 17 years of
as
drought.
A background character with no dialogue, and he watches Garp die. Beautiful stuff.
I mean, there's probably hundreds of characters on that list with no dialogue and background thing, and I'm just saying they showed up. Maybe Bogard's hidden just like he's been for 17 years. Like, and the title of the video says he's the world's greatest spy. So like, what better role to not be in the limelight? You know how lame it would be for the spy to get a top 10 vote? Because you know if Oda put him on the list, he would get Bogard to at least be top 20 because of memes. And then he would be forced to make Bogard more popular, which he doesn't want to do. Because if Bogard was more popular, then the story just wouldn't... Bogard would be the main character of the story.
Yeah. So said with a straight face.
Yeah, said with a complete straight face. This also, is my straightest of faces.
Love to see it. But Barbell, one of the last characters on the popularity poll in terms of the numbers as well. I think he's the second to last character. Yes, in terms of numbers. If you watch like the video, like he's like literally the very bottom because he's like the most recent introduced character that's brand new.
Yeah.
But it's like, damn, that's fun. I like that. Nice cachet. But anyways,
I'll put in a vote.
That is it for today, guys. Let us know your thoughts on this chapter down below as per usual. And we'll catch you guys in a week and a half. Peace out, guys.